Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from Papua New Guinea. I'm coming to you live from our capital city in Papua New Guinea, Port Moresby. And my name is David Bakau. We are hosting a ONPASSIVE webinar this afternoon, and we would like to just greet everyone right around the globe. We have representation in 212 countries. It's still climbing. And we have people right around our nation in the 22 provinces of Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is next door to Indonesia. We share the same island with West Papua, a province of Indonesia. So this is a land where we say in our tourism promotion marketing campaigns, we say this is the land of the unexpected. So expect the unexpected. And so this afternoon, I just want to welcome you all. And we have a very interesting topic that we would like to discuss. And the platform is actually been showcased early this morning, PNG time, yesterday, Eastern Standard Time in Dubai. And the platform is called Oh Bless, which is the heart and soul of this business. And it's been created by our great CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara. And we would like to share more a bit on this because last week we touched on PNG Oh Bless, how we would like to structure the platform here in the country to be able to reach out and help our communities. So this afternoon, we have our tech guys. We're privileged to have them here again. And last time they shared about the data center and how to create the structure of a data center. But this afternoon, they will just concentrate on OBLES, the technical aspect of it. And then we will be able to go into some discussions of what we witnessed in the live display in Dubai early this morning. So thank you everyone for joining me this afternoon. And before I proceed on, I'd like to call upon my brother, my big brother from another mother. He's the one who introduced me into this wonderful business and opportunity. I tell you, you can't find this business anywhere, and I'm so privileged. I thank God most of all, firstly, because he led me on to the online space to be able to find Mati, Mr. Mati Digamo from New Jersey in USA. And he's been the one that is encouraged and kept on sharing this business to me until I managed to get in. So thank you, Mati Digamo, my brother. Come on and please introduce yourself and share about the updates that's going on right now with ONPASSIVE. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Yes, you are, and to everybody else, my extended family. We all look different, but we are joined to ONPASSIVE for sure. And hello to my brothers and sisters, obviously, in Papua New Guinea. I've been with you on this journey, and it's been overwhelming, actually. Today, if you realize, most of you do, we witnessed probably the greatest marketing that's ever been done. I looked online over the week looking for the marketing and branding and what companies did really well, and I realized no one has started off like ONPASSIVE. All of these companies that we look at now as the giants in the industry, they all started in either a garage or in a basement or in an attic. We started on the 151st floor of the Burj Khalifa. So if they can get where they got from where they started, where are we going? And guess what? We're all part of it. Absolutely all of us are part of it because of the generosity of Mr. Mufar and his family. He wanted to take people with him, unheard of. And you are seeing for the first time, guaranteed, the best marketing, compound marketing, and branding that has ever came on the face of the earth, guaranteed. And I'm going to explain a little bit of it. If you notice, you got to look at, you see what you see, and then you got to look at what you don't see, the after effect. Every week on Friday, this building lights up with ONPASSIVE on it. Every week there's 20, 30,000 people taking pictures and sending them home. So yes, Mr. Mufar is paying for marketing and branding, but the 150, 200,000 people that took pictures, they are marketing and branding ONPASSIVE also. And that's where the power comes in. That's the compounding. That's where you build a name. And Ash said something the other day that just blew me away. And sometimes he says the most profound things, and they're basically simple. I mean, he said, if Apple built a TV right now, 72-inch, would you buy it? Or would you be worried about the quality? Absolutely not. Why? Because of the brand. You know who they are. You know without a doubt. You don't have to say, "Oh, I wonder if they'll be any good." You know they're good. Their name is Apple. They are a brand. That's the power in branding. Mr. Mufara, being who he is, tackled this thing totally different than anybody else ever. He went higher, the highest. I was running out of names to call it. No kidding. Uh, I'm thinking, man, if he goes any higher, what are we going to call it, right? Pluto? But anyway, what we've seen is only the beginning. On the end of this month, which is now May, um, we're going to see another big event. It's only been done once before by some small company called Mercedes Benz. I'm joking, by the way. So it was only been done once. Of course, Mr. Muparo is going to tackle that and add some to it because that's what he does. And we are all, people need to wrap their head around this. Everything you see isn't, oh, look what they did. It's look what we did. Look what we're part of. No joke. Look, most of you can't market. I know you can't. Why? Statistics say 98% of you can't market. Numbers don't lie. Guess what, though? When it launches, you all are expert marketers. Expert marketers. And the day will come, you're walking down the street and somebody say, I got this. Where'd you get that phone? ONPASSIVE. Oh, yeah, I'm a founder. They're going to flip over backwards. They're going to want your autograph. Now they want to give you something else, okay? But that will change. I'm telling you, that will change. And we're so fortunate to be part of that. And think about what he did. He launched the company on what? Oh, bless. Of course he did. Of course he did. That's who he is. We shouldn't be surprised. The other day we were in a webinar. I believe it was Lynn's Friday night. I said, "Are you coming on?" He goes, "No, I'm on the move." I thought he was doing business. He was, but come to find out, he was giving out food and water to poor people all evening. So the time he has to sleep, he's driving the car giving away food and water. Now, he would not want me to say that, but there's a lot of times I don't listen to House. Sorry, but it's okay. I'm still here. But anyway, it just overwhelms me, and I see now that people are starting to catch it. You're starting to feel proud. You're starting to know you're part of something bigger than yourself. And the other thing that really blew me away in the last 3 years is as you're digging through these webinars and you're uncovering these little chunks of diamonds and gold, the people that popped up out of nowhere, and they're superstars. Superstars. Look at David. Look at all the women that came out. Lynn, Tony Muck, Chris Johnson. I still remember saying, hey, this guy looks like he wants to say something. Hey, Mr. Johnson, you got something to say? Oh my God, did he? And he's still saying it. Thank God. But No, I mean, it's amazing what we have. And my family doesn't even know. I mean, they'll say something like, hey, a lot of people know you on Facebook. I go, yeah, I think so, yeah. But they don't know. They're founders. I didn't take any time to mess them. Now my older kids they go to all the webinars now and they watch on YouTube. But no, I expected big 3 years ago. I did not expect this. I'm not kidding. And the company evolved. So did Mr. Mufara, and so did the founders. No joke. As it moved up, so did everybody else. Everybody else moved up. People that wouldn't even turn on their camera are giving lives, talking to people, proud of what they're doing. That's a big deal. I don't know the money value of turning people and bringing life back to people, but to me, it's worth millions. Way more than the $97 that some people fight over like it's a million. 97, I've seen people ready to just shoot you for 97 bucks. But the point is, it's great. And we're the most fortunate people on the planet. And really, he said it again. You're lucky if you know 10%. So I can't even imagine what we don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, whatever it is, whatever you're thinking, how big it is and how good it's going to be and how lives will change, you're way off. It's going to be much, much better. And we're going to be able to help a lot of people because he inspired. Look, Ash didn't make any of you. All of you had it in you. The reason you're here and you're a founder, because you were drawn to people like you. Because the people that won't be a founder or they want their money back, guess what? They're not founders. Some people won't be. It's just the way it is. The history of mankind. Some of the best speakers and talkers and most influential people in the world couldn't talk everybody into anything. Some people just refused. They're blind with 20/20 vision, completely blind. Don't worry about them. Worry about the ones that aren't, because there's other people out there looking for us. You just have that door open so that they can take that opportunity. By the way, we have weeks, not months, and founder position will be over completely. And then we'll move on to something else. I know that Mr. Mufara said, I have a lot of stuff I want to tell the founders, but I don't want to do it while there's a founder position open because I don't want people in to join for that reason. We have a good foundation. We have a society of people that are in because of, yeah, we all come in maybe originally, how much money could I make? Of course, it's a business online. But that way bye-bye to me a long time ago. I know that's a done deal. You don't have to think about the apples. That's going to happen. But other things are going to happen. Choices that we all gave up on back in our 30s and 20s. And you realize, well, reality is you're going to work 40 years. You're going to retire on less than you made before. And you're going to die early and not really do your potential. ONPASSIVE brings the potential out in everyone. I didn't mean to talk this much, but I just think I'm really happy that I'm starting to see people get it. They're starting to get it. There's a light bulb that goes off once. Then there's that other light bulb where you go, oh my gosh, right? You know you're in something big. You're happy. You got a 25-watt bulb, and then it goes off to 100. And I'm seeing that now. And that's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to turn it over to Lynn, who's going to introduce the tech guys. I want to talk about them for a minute. About 2 months ago, might have been a little longer than that, Tony, pain in the butt monk, kept telling me to go to this webinar. And I'm like, man, I go to enough webinars. If I go to another one, I'm going to be single, okay? So I went, and that's where I met the tech guys. And they're amazing. Super intelligent, super. Now, the only work I had was to dumb them down. Don't come on and tell us everything you know. We won't know what you're talking about. So as time went on, they learned how to make difficult things sound easy. And that's a skill. That's what Ask Me For is doing with the whole company. People are saying, I asked them one day, hey, when we're making pages in Create, and moving codes around. He goes, you don't have to touch codes. You copy, you drag, you drop, it's done. That's how he's making the whole company and all the packages. The tech guys are going to talk tonight. I am really happy that they're out on the scene. I don't think they know what they signed up for. When I was talking to them, I said, "Man, I'm going to push you guys up." Well, they're up there where you can't hardly breathe, right? But they do a great job. And you can push anybody up. Everybody should push somebody up. I believe in that. To stay there is your job, right? And they're staying there because they're doing a good job. And then Nakamoto, what do I need to say? She's the Energizer Bunny. She's a pain in the butt, but I love her and she's relentless. But anybody in ONPASSIVE that does well, like Peacock Julie, she's relentless. Just my God, you have to hear her. She's not going to shut up. But there's nothing wrong with that because they feel really good about what they're doing. Anyway, and David, you're the best. You built an empire in Papua New Guinea. Ash brought it up. Your country will probably be one of the first smaller countries that will change completely. It'll be all over the news, and everyone in the world will know that Papua New Guinea has changed, and you'll be one of the people they remember for the history of the whole country. So anyway, thanks everybody.
All right, Marty, would you pass the host to me? That way I'll be able to pin and it'll be easier for the YouTube recording.
Everybody see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about, guys?
I said please.
No, I will. I'm just kidding. I don't want the host. Okay, you got it.
All right, then I won't have to spotlight. Right now I have to spotlight. It's not necessary. All righty, so let me see if I can pin myself. All right, yes. Well, thank you to Marty because Marty is the one who's been guiding the Otech Pros group and has been molding us to become better, because at the beginning, we had a very complex concept to relay to the lay people, and it wasn't as easy as it looks. But as Marty would give us feedback and say, hey, this part was good, this part needs improvement, we've gotten better to the point that now Marty says most of our webinars are pretty A-okay, right, Marty? We passed your standards. So it's been a work in progress, but we do appreciate Marty's mentorship and his support. Without him, we would not have Otech Pros at all. So thank you. My heart goes out to you with sincere thanks. So tonight we want to discuss O-Bless, but it's going to be O-Bless the product. In the past, we've discussed O-Bless, what it's going to do for humanity, and that's all great and good, but we skip over the fact that O-Bless is a product. And with it comes a lot of strengths, a lot of pros that come with O-Bless. You're going to find out that O-Bless is superior to other crowdfunding platforms and how it is superior. So we're going to talk today about those factors, and I think you'll find it very interesting. So we're going to start out today with Collins Mana. He's going to give us an overview of O-Bless, the product. So you can take the floor now, Collins.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Masigamo, Tony. You're welcome, Julie. Just want to thank all the panelists here and my Otech brothers. Yeah, so now it's 5:33 UK time, the morning, and we are still alive and grateful to God that we can still make it up to this day. Yeah, so we'll be talking about O-Bless as a product, like what Lynn have just said. Most of the time when we listen to people talking about O-Bless, they talk about the function and the activities they want to carry out, but we don't really pay attention on the product as a whole, because O-Bless is just one of the products like any other product we have in ONPASSIVE. So today we want to look at O-Bless and why we think O-Bless will change the game as compared to other crowdfunding applications we have out there. We know there are several crowdfunding applications, and they have the most popular one like GoFundMe, which a lot of people know about it. So, and we just want to dive a little bit deeper to look at our O-Bless, why we think it's better. So when we look at OBLES, we know it is driven by artificial intelligence. We all know artificial intelligence, machine learning, and we know it is superior. You know, we don't want to talk about the coding because that's really technical. We just want to forget about that. So we look at the template of OBLES. Why is it sophisticated? And we think, why is it better? Sometimes we do forget that with OBLES, traffic will be driven. And it is not only made for the founders, it is made also for the customers that will be coming. How many people do we have on the internet space? I think it's 5.5 billion users. Say 2 billion of them, or 1 billion, they are those who want to donate money for charity or for whatever cause they want to carry. They always look for the best crowdfunding application they will use. Talk about big organizations. I've been in an event where somebody donate £1 million, you know, but look at that. Maybe sometimes they donate this money and the money just disappeared. We know how some of these crowdfunding, they said, okay, they are building this because they want to use it to help others. In the long run, what they are doing is they are milking people out. They're putting all the money in their pocket, percentages just going, disappearing. And sometimes you hear some of the things that they are doing, but they never bring the money or what they want to do directly to the people. So we want to look at OBLES now. And our CEO told us that as a founder or resellers, 100% of the funds contributed will be going to the cost that we want to carry. Now let's look at other applications. Why is it really shaky? One, outdated. Secondly, it was built with the intention of making money, not with the intention of helping others. If you look at it, it's not being driven by artificial intelligence. So you come in, you use their platform, you have to share it. How many people do you know? For instance, like Marty Degamo, maybe they'll market it their way, but someone like me who is not a marketer, how many people do I know? Say, if I want to carry out, say, cancer research, and a campaign for cancer research, how many people do I know? Maybe I go and I run some marathon. I have to share that link, share it and share it and share it. Say, I want to run a campaign for 2 weeks, right? Put all the best, whatever I want. How many people even see it? Because it's not driven by artificial intelligence. There is no targeted traffic running on it. I have to beg someone to share. Maybe the threshold was 10,000 US dollars. Most of the time, people don't meet their threshold. Most of the time. And what will happen? They will take, most of those companies will take percentage upon percentage of that money. You know, they will take a huge chunk, and what you will remain is just nothing. So you are paying them. You do the work yourself, you pay them, and then you get something back. But look at OBLES. You don't have to share. The moment you write it, it is there. Traffic will be driven on that side. Targeted traffic will be driven on that side. Imagine 1 billion people, and they come in, they see the cost, not only the founders, those who are out there looking for where to contribute money, genuine money. What will happen? They will drop a penny. Just imagine 1 billion or 1 million people dropping just a penny. You've already met and exceed your threshold without even sharing a word of the campaign that you are doing. Multiple campaigns, look at it. There are people with a lot of money who want to give up. And ONPASSIVE, with looking at OBLES, there will be multiple campaigns running in a single day, because sometimes some of the founders, when you hear them talking about OBLES, they just look at it and say, oh, maybe Chris Johnson will run a campaign and that is it. We have to wait and then run the next campaign. After that, I said, no, that's not how it is. You will use it to run multiple campaigns. Customers will use it as well. Simultaneously, 1 million campaign can go out and, you know, run and run. And that is how our CEOs talk about sustainability of our product. It will be more sustainable. It will be more monitoring, because remember, people are dropping funds. It's like a crowdfunding application. So the database must be sustainable. The code must be sustainable. Everything must be sustainable. If not, the system will crash. Because remember, traffic is being driven. How many of people look at this application and say, yes, we want to do something, we want to donate? And that's how Martin Gam always use that statement. If we don't have our runway, you know, perfect, what will happen? This plane will crash, because the plane is so huge. So we have to expand our runway. That is how all our product, including OBLES, will be scalable and sustainable. in order to have a safe landing, you know. So with the database side, I will leave it for Vincent to talk about, because he's like a database expert, you know. He can just explain that, and Bro Oliver will talk about the security of this. And if there's any question, we will answer. But it's just to give you that multiple campaigns, millions of them will be running on that platform, be it from the founder side, from the reseller side, and from the customer side. And this is massive, 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 massive. And I will just leave it there until in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I think that we overlook the fact that driving traffic is so critical. And remember that it is targeted traffic, and AI is doing all of this for us. Very, very powerful. You're not going to see it with other crowdfunding platforms. Thank you very much. Next, we have Oliver Fonte, who's going to be talking about compliance and security.
Hey, PNG. Hi. I hope we are all fired up based on what we saw in Dubai. And I'm very pleased today to say hi to Lynn, Maddie, and David, Tony, Julie, all those who are here in the house. I will not call all the names, but I want to say hi and thank you, people, to be here today, and for all of us to be proud founders of this wonderful giant monster company that is going to change the world. And humanity is the heart, is part of us. And Obless, like my brother Colin just said, thank you for the wonderful intro. I just want to say this about Obless. We keep talking, like Connie just said, what Obless would do. Perfect, fine. As founders, we'll always drop in something. 1.3 million founders will always drop in something. But when we look at it as a standalone product like OStaff, OTrim, OConnect, the market that is out there, you know, when the CEO keeps telling us that ONPASSIVE is going to change the world, you know, and that we should replicate. Obless. Look at what happened today in Dubai. It was introduced. Obless was introduced to the world, you know, and as a standalone product, the security that is going to run also is like any other company. It's like, and when I say company, I call like OTrim, because they're standalone, so they're an independent company. Like the CEO told us that the other day that we have multiple businesses. Our digital products are multiple, they are multiple, like Obless. Like Obless. The security that is going to be in Obless is going to be equal with, it's going to be with AI, also artificial intelligence. It will be embedded with artificial intelligence that has that robust dictative defense. Because remember that money, PII will be involved. Personal informations are going to be involved. That's what I call PII. Personal informations are going to be involved. Critical data are going to be involved. So it has to be protected. There will be a lot of transmission of data, personal information that will be transmitted, you know, in transit. Data also will be at rest. When I say at rest, where data will be stored, all those Obless informations from people who contribute, people who give their swap their their bank card, has to be protected, because those are their personal information. Their bank information has to be protected. That, you know, credit card has to information has to be protected when they want to pay in something, pay in money for any program in Obless. And the customers that are out there, in fact, because most of the time when we talk about Obless, we talk about we the founders. No, remember, we also have customers. We have the 5 billion customers out there, like my brother Collins just said. All those programs, somebody in Australia, somebody in Japan, somebody in the US, somebody in Europe, all those programs will be running simultaneously. That is where we have our data center jumped in now. Our data center has to have that capability to carry all those data. And when the CEO told us that we must have our own data center, now that it's a hybrid data center, now you see all the data that will be coming in from Obless, from OConnect, because these are independent. Let us focus on Obless as a product, as I'm saying. Obless is going to do wonders in this world. Obless is going to touch hearts. OBLES is going to solve the problem in this world. In a lot of developing countries, a lot of places, hospitals, as an independent standalone company. I will call it standalone company because it's separate, it's an independent company or product. The compliance side of it, our CEO told us last time, that was in Lin and Ron show, about that we are ISO standard certified. These are compliance procedure that all companies have to comply. Like in Europe, they do have GDPR, that all the Europeans, any country that handles any European data has to comply to GDPR. The ONPASSIVE is complied. The CEO told us, that was one Lin and Ron showed last time. We also have to comply in ISO standard 27001, 27002. We have to comply. So ONPASSIVE is compliance with all that, because these are OBLES is a standalone product. Then let's talk about also the encryption of OBLES. Like I said, it's encrypted. That is secured. As data move from one direction to the other, it is secured. Where the data reside is rest, it is secured. When we look also, when we look also the other side of the encryption, Japan, Australia, data comes in. Our data center has that capability, and that is sustainable, that can handle any data comes in, large data that will be flowing in. I was very happy when the CEO told us on Monday about the sustainability of our system and the business. OBLES is involved. I will leave it there. And but before going, I also want to say something about the security again. Penetration test. With OBLES there will be a pen test with OBLES, independent from any other, because we are treating each of those products, including OBLES, as an independent. Like I always say it, they'll always patch, but we are going to have limited patching because the vulnerability scanning that are going to take place, AI is involved. That's the beauty. AI is involved. It's automated 100%, and OBLES can also be integrated with any other product. I will leave it there, Lynn. Thank you very much. Thank you, PNG. Any question or concern, we are there to take it. Thanks.
I have a couple questions because I'm a lay person.
Yeah.
Could you define or explain the concept of encryption in a way everyone can understand?
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Encryption means that how data is going to be secure when data move from one location to the other. Especially like it with OBLES, since many programs will be running simultaneously at the same time. Those data, remember, we keep saying, like Madi says, data is trillions and trillions of dollars. That has to be protected. Remember that you have a program or a project that you want to carry is in OBLES. People need to pay with their credit cards. Those are personal information. Maybe social security number. So those data, your personal information has to be secured. How is it going to be secured? Since you have to swap your card, you have to give your bank information, that maybe we are in Japan and our data center is in the US, the other one is in wherever, in Europe. That movement of the data need to be secure from end to end. And our system, since we use AI, whatever, we have AI that is embedded. ONPASSIVE, we do have the best of secure means. Then where the data also reside, because when those data comes in, they have to store them somewhere. Where they store it, that is also called encryption. It has to be encrypted, has to be secured. And we have very tight security. That I'll give kudos to our CEO and the tech guys in Hyderabad. Is well secured. So that is what we call encryption.
Let me just add something so people just simplify it a little bit. When they talk about encryption, it's about hiding that information. For instance, if you put your credit card, those who always look at their bank statement or certain document, you will see some certain ... and they can leave only like 2 numbers. I don't know if you look at, sometimes you pay something online, you will not see the full card number. You can see 2 numbers, but the rest is hidden, like XXXX222 behind. So when they talk about encryption, it's about hiding. For instance, when you type in your email in a site and then you want to enter your password, what do you see? ... It is hidden. So when they hide it from the beginning, and when it's hitting the database, it's also hidden. You can see SX, like a special character that you don't even understand. So nobody can see what is the actual value or the actual data. So they always hide, that's what they call encryption, hiding that information from human understanding. But the system understands what the informations are.
Thank you. That helps me understand. Vincent, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, thank you, Antolin, and thank you to all the panelists. See the all big prof, Matty, Tony here, Chris Johnson, Sister Gladys. Encryption, what I've said is also we have a different level of encryption, like my brother Oliver said, and also Collins added. So even in the database himself, we have also different encryption, like brother Oliver said, the encryption data in moving. So when the data is moving, we encrypt the database that, so when the data move from one point to another, like if Antolin is using the data, putting information to the system from one location to another, the encryption is you put encryption in place that if there's a third person in the middle between you and me, the person cannot get our data information. So this is also a way to protect the data. That's why the brother Oliver said the data is moving. So that's when the data is moving is encrypted. And also when the data is at rest, like this time we're not using, and most of the corporate, they are closed, the data is at rest, we encrypt the system that if someone take a copy of our database, they cannot use anything with, because they cannot restore anywhere. So their encryption also is encrypting the data at rest. So when the data is resting, no one can take it anything. So it's the data at rest, the TDE. Yeah. So is the encryption is a way to lock the data so that it cannot be revealed by a third party to catch the information or to catch the data in use. So this is how the encryption also works. There are different way of when Collins explained about the credit card system. This is the database, the encryption in use. When someone is using, we need to encrypt that. But when the data is in transit from one different area to another way, we encrypt also the data, so no one can catch the information there. When the data also is not used, the data is at rest, we encrypt the database, so no one can get also the information and take it somewhere. Because if I get the backup of your database, I can go somewhere else and restore the database. That means all the powerful, or maybe all the private information inside, I can cache the information and restore somewhere. But when the data is encrypted, you cannot do anything with the database. So it becomes like useless. You can have it, but you cannot do anything with that. So this is the power of the encryption in a database. We can't hear you. You're unmuted. You're unmuted.
Thank you. So your topic is the database. So this is a good time for you to continue on that topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Antolin. So the database, let's trying to break the database so that a lot of people can understand the database. Database is a systematic collection of the data. So the database support the electronic storage and the manipulation of the data. So database is like a room in the office. So everyone use that room for a meeting. Everyone use the room in the office. So this is how the database look like in every single company. So the database is used to store all the information, all our information, and also the database is used easy for the data manipulation. So the database help the data manipulation easy. So that's how the database works. So for Obless is our product is based on the database. So all the information, like my brother Oliver and Colin said, all the information we use, everything we do, all the people data, sensitive information like credit cards, everything, it goes to the database. And then database, anything we use in the OBLES, we encourage the database, we go back to the database to get the information from our database in order to use the OBLES. So this is how the OBLES is used. So OBLES, it can be function without the database because the OBLES get all the information of people, the customers, everything we need will go to the database, and then OBLES get the information from the database, and then they make use to us to use the information. So this is how the OBLES it works. So the database will play a very key role in OBLES. So without that, and then like my brother Oliver said, all the security involved is tied to the database. And also when we get to the database, when we are moving to the database itself have its own on-build security tied to the product, so that no one can go to our product. So our product is secure, like my brother Oliver also talked about that already. And then the database, when the best of the database, we make also the database so that we have a better performance. It's not only the security. Apart from security, we have also the performance of this the database, because all this information is there, because our product with all the technology, artificial intelligence, all the IPv6 tied to this database, that when our database becomes the best database, and then any function, anytime you go to the OBLES, any information you want, how you want to use the OBLES, it becomes very, very, very important and very useful to use, because the database is very functional, and then the performance also is very good performance, because the performance, the database lies also in the performance, the availability, and then also the security. So the security type is done, the availability, performance is okay, everything works perfectly well, and then the information also, we also secure that, and then also we put also the backup tied or the database, so that anything happened to the database, let's say if in case of any disaster, anything, we can go back to our backup and retrieve the information of our database, even the information of our OBLES for maybe 3 years back. We can use the backup to get all the information back at the time, or maybe the year, the time, the month we want. So this is how the OBLES application is built on a powerful database that nothing can be lost. Information is there, the information is secure, and then the information is very, very quick to catch the information. This is in terms of the performance. So all the information, all the security, all the information we need to work very well with the database, they are all around, and then they are all tied to our database. That's what makes OBLES the powerful product in the world to use today, because every technology around the powerful database is tied to it. So thank you, Angeline. That's what I'll leave there.
Thank you. You know, I never really understood the concept of database until you explained it to me. And I said, duh, it's really a very, very important component of any of our products. The database has to be secure. It has to be robust, and the performance has to be very good. And knowing that we have the best quality product with the best database security makes me feel good as a consumer, as a layperson. You know, I don't have to know all of the stuff that you know, but all I know is that what we have is secure, you know, and that's important to each and every one of us. So now that we all have an overview of OBLES and the product itself, the security, the performance, the database, and all of that, we would like to now open it up for any discussion, questions, comments. Marty, did you want to chime in on anything at this time, Marty? I think I got to make you a co-host. Did I make you a co-host, Marty?
No, of course not. I make you host and you leave me out in the dirt.
Sorry
Hey,
about that. I was like, okay,
no,
I'll
no,
make
no.
you.
I don't have any questions. Believe it. I'm just, I'm listening, and I enjoy it. I'm doing good.
All right. All right. So we want to open it up to the participants here, all the attendees. Hopefully you remembered what you heard. And do you folks have any comments or questions about OBLES, the product, the features of OBLES as well? This is your time to ask. You know, you have these IT professionals available to answer all of your questions.
Lynn,
Yes,
I'll just go first, and
certainly.
15 hours.
I'll just give something in Pidgin, and then we come back.
Please do.
Yeah. Okay. Yumi long Papua New Guinea. This la product Yumi tok long OBLES. OBLES one platform where Yumi Saharan long inside the country. Sampla all platforms all come. All call him name was some crowdfunding. Crowdfunding was some time you got heavy. Now you need him support. Or some Yumi say got plenty heavy. Yumi say got house cry. Yumi say got all bright price. This la kind of something. So Yumi all family say bung him hand one time. Now Yumi say support him this la meet him this la need blood this la family member. So OBLES was one platform long help him all mana Mary. So inside long ONPASSIVE Yumi got this la product OBLES. Bosman me change him name long crowdfunding, put him name was OBLES because this la platform and by bless him all communities, bless him all line he got need long him. So you na me or some founder time you me got need, you me can put him sla request you me on top of this la platform na all man Mary around the world or some all founder now you me got close to 1.3 million founder around 212 countries plus. So all in up long look him need you mean now all can contribute. How much donation or give him? Okay, this la contribution now you me can kiss him now you me help him he got need long him. So this la platform now me block lo discuss him. So all line where only sawe long technology only got sawe long this la school or some technology long internet na computer M4 playa Colin Oliver na Vincent only come only explain him this la security or information and by pass through long all customer time all come inside the system lo you mean. So this la platform where you me long explain him now you can sawe or some you me got one product emina long help him you me all man Mary lo this la product as all time me join him la company me look sawe la product na me talk this la product by helping Papua New Guinea and tasol na me cause him long join him la company na me kiss him this la na me start lo share him one time you me inside Papua New Guinea now you me got close to 8,000 plus founders inside Papua New Guinea. So this la platform and by helping you me na long this la morning time me play witness him this la launching long Dubai Bossman CEO blow you me emi talk na emi launch him this la platform OBLES big play advertisement big play marketing it come up lo this la platform or this la product OBLES na this la product now emi talk osem inside lo this la product and by enough lo help him all click all country or some Uni Papua New Guinea online lo Bahamas Jamaica Trinidad Tobago all this lo em talk or some minority countries so you me or some Papua New Guinea me got plenty all heavy stuff needy stuff so this la platform and by helping you me all gata so me talk thank you lo all technical team lo you me all come all explain him lo side lo security or some money contributing money by money no na power because system lo you me am strong na am secure I mean up long look out him this la money long start lo contribution I come in up long man by Rausim la money na in up him this la need long thank you. So me explaining this last soul now, but you can go back and you may start asking question. Thank you everyone for listening. I just explained what the product is about, the OBLES is about in Pidgin. So some of us can be able to understand what we are talking about here. And we will open the platform now for questions. I have a question basically in in terms of people donating funds, we have a product called O-Wallet, which is another product, and we have O-Bless. So those two products will be linked together because O-Wallet will be receiving the funds that's contributed. How secure is that two products being connected from the information passing from one end to the other? I'll direct the question to, I think it's Oliver. You were talking about the security.
Yeah, David. Yeah, David.
Thank you.
O-Bless is well secured. Our wallet is concerned Mula, money. So it is also well secure. Everything in ONPASSIVE products, all the products, everything in ONPASSIVE is well secured, well encrypted. When we say we encrypt, I think I've explained the encryption with Collins. We've all explained what encryption is all about. It's secured. That all the data that will be transmitted, that will be moving from one direction, and that will rest will also be secure. So O-Wallet is also well secured, as O-Bless is also secured, because personal information, credit card information will be moving from one location to the other. So everything will be secured. I don't think we should have any problem on that, because we have ONPASSIVE, we do have one of the most powerful, based on the information that we have from the CEO, has one of the most powerful secured means in most of the tech companies, they don't. Thank you. Maybe Collins, they want to add something.
Yeah, yes, I'd just like to add a little bit. Well said, Oliver. You know, when you look at products, they don't just develop products and throw it out there. You know, products, especially when you look at the software development lifecycle we did last time, there is a lot of testing. And one of the tests you do is security testing. And Oliver talked about penetration testing, which you have to ensure that the database is not vulnerable to attack. And we talk about encryption as well. So all those tests, you know, you need to do it. You know, you have to do, you know, all the tests and integration testing, all of those, because remember, all our products are all integrated. And when you integrate a product, there is a test called integration testing to make sure all the system transmit information from one end to the other, end to end. You know, so with that, the moment you do that, you know, all right, there is no way data can be leaked, especially when you integrate stuff. So as Oliver said, yes, before coming out, our system is well sophisticated and well secured, because there is no way you can put a software, especially when you are dealing with money, because most of the products will be integrated with what? O-Wallet. You know, wallet is there because how will people pay? How will people transact? There must be a wallet, a means of paying in and cashing out, which is maybe it will be our O-Wallet. And to do that with all the data that we know, all of those data that are really, really high, they call it high priority data, you must secure them. You must hide them from the bad guys. And yeah, we have one of the best, and it is there. So I just want to add that there is no, we don't have to fear or worry about that.
Let me also add this. There'll be maintenance work going on after that. Maintenance work will be going on to dictate any action that wants to happen. Yes, we have AI. AI, artificial intelligence, has its own security in there that is embedded in there. So it builds with the firewalls so much so that whatever bad guys want to come in, that defense, that robust defense is there, that is going to quick it. So the maintenance work will also be going both in O-Wallet and in O-Bless. So we are fine. I just want to add that the maintenance part on it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, David. Let's also explain that all our products in terms of database, they are all secure, because we have a separate security outside the database where all the products use it to secure the information. And then inside the database, using tools like O-Bless and also O-Wallet, they are all inside, they have a security inside the database, and then all apply to our databases. And then after the security, because the security goes to the authentication and then the authorization. All the security is tied there. And then we have a limited privileges to the system where it makes also the database more secure again. And then on top of that, we have our encryption ties, because if we have all different level of encryption, when the data is moved, is secure. The private information we can, when people go to the database, the information is hidden, so people cannot get that. And then also when the data is at rest, is also encrypted. So if even you go to our backup or anything, you steal the information, because of security tie there, you cannot do anything with the database. It becomes useless. So this is to just let you know that every security ties around the product, they are all put in place. In the top of that, we have also window firewall, also secure the database. So believe me, all the information, all the security in technologies for our system or our product, they are all based there, and then they are all tied, and then it's there, and then it's secure. No one can get in and get the information and go away for that. Thank you.
That's very reassuring, you know. Well, go ahead, Marty.
Yeah, I want to add something. It's not really exactly about what they're talking about, but we're talking about security, right? So the other day, a few members were getting an email, something.ai from the internal. Somebody was sending an email that wasn't quite right. Nobody was sure what it was. I told Ask, they already found them, and they got terminated. Now, and it was in seconds. And the best way I can explain this, and the tech guys will make it better, all throughout the coding and anything to do with ONPASSIVE are mouse traps everywhere. There's tripwires. You can do it, but you're not going to like the outcome. And you can't do it without setting off an alarm, even a quiet alarm where you think, oh, I got away with it. You can't. Your fingerprint is left, or something you did left behind, and you don't know it. So people that think they're smart, remember, he's got people in his staff hired to hack the system, right? I mean, they're hired to do that, but there's tripwires and little snares all throughout the coding, all throughout anything to do with ONPASSIVE, because why? Money will be involved. And we said it before, data equals money. I don't care what data it is, it's valuable. It's like gold. When you see data centers, that is a vault for data. It's a vault for gold. So, I mean, I had to wrap my head around it that way because it's the only way I understand it. But really, so don't worry. I mean, anytime I've handed something in, hey, Ask, there's this and this, because I have a lot of people tell me, right? By the time they get it, he gets a response while he's telling them, yeah, we got a guy, blah, 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 this happened, we got him, boom, he's done. Like, holy cow. Every time. So rest assured you're in good hands with Allstate. I didn't have to add that part, but I remember the commercial.
Wow, that's impressive. I think I got that too. I didn't know what to make of it, but it's nice that's taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. David, did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're quite welcome. All right. I see we have Mike Ojangtambia with his hand raised. Come on down, Mike.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Nice topic here tonight. Thank you, all the global leaders. I thank you for the security. We know that our systems are very secured, and we are confident that we'll be launching to the world with some kind of magnitude, some kind of confidence, and some kind of leverage. And we'll leave that mark for a business, which is just yet to be born. So my question goes thus, please. I don't know, maybe we as founders, we have relatives, we have family and friends. Also, we have the world. So my question is, will OBless be used only by founders, or Bless will be used as a word? Because I hear Uncle Oliver told us that it is a standalone product. So will the world be using it or only founders? Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, let me grab it. It's going to be used by everybody all over the world. I remember I did make mention that there are 5 point something billion or 4 point something billion people all over the world that access the internet. Yes, that's why I say it's a standalone product, because everybody will use it. If you have any program, so it's not something that is only for founders. No. Founders, we have advantage because we are in-house. We have an advantage that we can come out with your own program. Everybody here as a founder, it will chip in something. But also out there, the 5 point something billion people that are out there, it's a product that they'll also come and pay to use. But the advantage, like what Connie just said, the advantage there is that you have your money 100%. You will not pay any fee for that, like other crowdfunding. But ONPASSIVE, your money comes to you 100%. No cut, no 20% or 15% that's going to be deducted for that. No, you get your money, and the more than 5 billion or 4.5 billion people all over the world, they can use it and pay their fee also, like any other crowdfunding. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Absolutely.
question.
Let's also,
Thank you very much.
Engineer Mike, think about this. There's people out there now that pay towards causes millions and billions of dollars a year, right? A lot of people that are wealthy, they pay a percentage of what their income is to offset it and be able to say where their money goes. Just think about this for a minute. All these people that pay somewhere for some cause, if they knew that all of their money is going to the cause and not just a percentage, don't you think they would want to go there? You darn right. Now, when they go there to donate, right, they put in their name and their email. Now, guess what? They're cruising to the mall of ONPASSIVE. They don't have to buy anything, but there's a really good chance while they're there. Plus, one thing they're thinking is, what company in their right mind would set up an OBLESS like this and not charge any money? They'll automatically want to investigate who would do that. And trust me, that alone is marketing. That alone will bring in thousands and thousands and thousands. One for the direct thing is they want to pay to help people. The indirect is they're also joining ONPASSIVE. So it's a win-win. It's huge. I believe. It's yet to see, but I believe that 100%.
Yeah. Then let me also add something there. We should remember that we'll have AI that will be driving traffic also. Not like the other crowdfunding that you go look for your own people, you register, go look for people to come and pay. But with ONPASSIVE, AI is running traffic, and that OBLESS, a lot of money is going to come in. Like Madi just said, that people have money out there, they don't know where to contribute to help. But with OBLESS, with the traffic also, it will be a lot of money. Maybe you might come in with your project or your program that you want to, you need help. You need just 100,000. At the end of the day, you see yourself getting $1 million, because if the 5 point something billion or 4 point something billion users, internet users, come only $1 alone, that's only we the founders here, 1.3 million founders. That's already 1 point something million. But you were asking for $100,000. So OBLESS is huge. That I think almost all the other crowdfunding out there, they're on life support, according to Marcia. They'll be on life support because everybody will flock into OBLESS. The advantages are just huge. You will not pay fee that much. You will pay a little fee, but when you want to get your money that they've contributed, you get all 100%. They run traffic again on your OBLESS, on your program. This is mind-blowing. You can't see that out there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Unmute, Lynn.
I did. He just has to respond. Nathaniel, you have to click the unmute button.
Can you hear me?
There you, yes, we can hear you loudly and clearly.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good afternoon from PNG, wherever you are. Good evening. It's a honor and a privilege to be on the what's the name again? I've been on the road all this time. I wasn't able to make it on this morning's show, and I'm being on the panel to at least have a say what I feel about the company. But thank you so much for that invitation. I got a day earlier. Thank you. This afternoon to bring it to probably Mati, if I can, to your attention. I've made a payment for one account on the 4th of this month, and I'm still waiting for the account to be activated. So I've sent a ticket. I've got a ticket, and I've asked for that to be activated, for the account to be activated, and I have still yet to get a response from the support. They say that they're still working on it, so I guess I will get a positive answer anytime soon. For what is happening in the company, we are all excited. The company has already launched. It's a matter of time. We should be putting our head up and walking straight down the road with no regrets.
Nathaniel, give your information, Nathaniel, to David. What you paid, how you paid, and your email, and he'll send it to me.
Okay, thank you. I will do that. I will do that.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am blessed, and I'm speechless. I am so blessed that I am a part of a big movement. Thank you.
Yeah, we all are blessed. I agree with that. All right, next we have Tina Go, who would like to say a few words. Please join us.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my PNG friends. Hello, world. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to the amazing Leadership Council and for all of the things that they do for us. Secondly, I love the Otech guys. Thank you also for making it simpler for all of us to understand the intricacies of technology in ONPASSIVE. My question is more about for you to correct me in my explanation to my team, who are, forgive the word, idiot in technology. So with regards to, the question was asked to me with regards to database and data center. So my explanation, please correct me if I'm wrong. I told them that database is like your wardrobe. You've got your shelves for the different clothes that you have, your underwears, your tops and your bottoms and everything. And then your database would be the same as your wardrobe. However, it is like the locker that you see in a gym or a big thing. So they've got a lot of lockers, but each of the locker has got your little wardrobe with the different categories. Am I correct to say that? To explain that? It's, I mean, really simple. I see Colin giving me the thumbs up.
Yeah,
that was my question.
That's just perfect. It's a layman way of explaining it, because sometimes it's really difficult for people to understand. And when I want to explain, to go into the technical bit, they will not really understand. Because when I want to speak about this, I just say the way I would say to my grandma, who is not educated. So I just said database is being stored in a server. A server is like a locker, because database is like a lot of tables and columns and stuff that they don't know. It's like, you know, like you have the square book, the database. It's like a square book. First time they used to write everything on a square book where you can put your numbers and that. And now they said, oh, how do we make this? How do we automate this where people will not use paper again? So it's like they go paperless and they do it in that format. But they make it a little bit complex because they don't want the bad guys to see every information. So they can split it up and say, okay, let's put every information on this table, put every information like maybe the names and date of birth on this table, money on the other table. So before you even get hold of every information, you must write a complex query. They call it SQL query or stuff like that. But we don't go into that detail. We just said, okay, database, your data is being hosted in a server in a data center. So there's a lot of servers in data centers. So data center is like a big warehouse. You know, server is like a small warehouse, and then the data is like small, so small, medium, and massive. So a lot will be stored in there and just keep the information. So we just keep it as simple as that. So you're talking, wow, this is it. Like a house in a house in a house, in a bigger house.
Yeah, that's what I try to do it to them, that you know, using the warehouse. And also in Singapore, most of our housing are in block of flats. So I use that as a data center as well, because each flat has got 4-room flat, they've got 5-room flat. So, and within that, so that actually what I say is your servers. So within that, you have all the cupboards, the wardrobes are your database.
Correct.
Am I correct to say that?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you just keep it simple so they can understand.
Yeah, that's what I try to do it. But and then they do understand a little. Then when it goes down into the security, all I said was, hey, each of you have your key to your house. So, you know, that's what ONPASSIVE has done it. They have put all that, each of their data centers with keys. Each of you have your own keys. That's in the same thing to your back office. And that's the reason why you have your email as your key to your back office. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's more security. Yeah, so you have your information as a special key to unlock it yourself, and it is hidden from everybody, just you alone. You have that like so that you can explain the security like that. So, because security is about making it more secure, making it, you know, keeping all information from the bad guys. Because normally, the more we move into technology, the more technology become more advanced, the more criminals also become more advanced to do stuff. And that's why technology is more complex, not because they want to make it complex behind the scene. It's because of the bad guys who are out there studying hard. Like what Madi said, people are paid hackers in ONPASSIVE, good hackers, just to make sure they can hack into that system and test it, you know, make sure it is secure. Because if they don't do all the hacking behind, it will be vulnerable. You will not even know how strong your software is. So they do all those stages of hacking and make sure by the time it's coming out, it is stable, performance-wise and security-wise and all of those things. So they are 99% sure that, you know, only God can do something, can break it down.
Yes, that's what I use to explain the security. I use what Marty said, my big guy there, said, hey, your database, your data in ONPASSIVE is like gold and that's the reason why when they complain, why do I always have to go in and then get the access point? I say, that's your gold, your diamonds or jewels are all in the back office, so you have to do that. So everyone would want to go in and pick on your details, and especially so your wallet, you know, you would want to put your wallet lying around anywhere for anyone to just pick it up. So thank you so much for answering my question. Thank you.
And I
love learning from you guys.
I will say this, a lot of people like try to see ONPASSIVE because like when founders always said, oh, it's complicated because I have to go and take one passcode. I would say in England now, today I was just telling a friend yesterday, because today is Sunday, They were like, why are the banking system so complex? I said, yes, it's because of the bad guys. Because you have all those one-time passcode, you have several authentication to get to your own bank account. But it is because it involves money. You know, just imagine if your bank account is freeze for 1 second and you cannot get cash. You become miserable. You know, you put your bank card, there is nothing, you do this, there is nothing. So they try to make it more secure for our own safety, because there are people out there who are trying to hack into that system to withdraw money from a lot of people's accounts. And we are talking about ONPASSIVE, money. Every product we have is money. So we need to make that there is wallet in there, there is stuff. Even honestly, when Mr. Ashbufara removed the first level, you know, where you have to put something, I think I forgot the first code, and a lot of people complain they have to take it off, which was the first level, your email, password, enter, and the capture, then move into the next level authentication where you have the one passcode. It was fantastic, but easy just because a lot of people complain. But the time is coming where people will see something and decide to say, you know what, we cannot take it anymore. We are putting capture again.
Thank you so
when
much.
we get used to it, it will be part and parcel of us, where nobody will complain, because you know it is for my own safety, not for anybody.
Yes, you're so right. Thank you so much for what do you call it? Explaining very much easier for me to understand. Thanks, and not just me to understand, but for me to explain to my team. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lynn,
Tina, for asking, because it helped me as well. So if it helped me, I'm sure it helped a lot of other people too. So thank you for that. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right, David. Did you want to translate any of this? I just didn't want to overlook the translation.
Lynn, no, just carry on.
All right, thank you.
I will briefly explain at the
later.
End
Okay,
part.
Thank you. Next, we have Karen George from PNG. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Oh, I brought the wrong person down. Sorry about that. I clicked the wrong button. But yeah, go ahead and speak, please. Thank you.
I have a question to ask, and my question is directed to Oliver or Colin. It's surrounding the encrypted data, moving from one point to another. Okay, my question is based on that, but to do with the devices we use, the mobile devices or laptops. In the event that our devices are hacked or tapped into, will they still see the encrypted data that we import? Thank you. That's my question.
Thank you. Any one of you can take that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oliver, you want to go first?
Okay, no, you go. I'll come.
Okay. Encryption is like we said earlier, we have a different type of encryption. So we have like transparent data encryption is encryption at rest. When the data is at rest, we help to protect data at rest from like unauthorized people or offline access. When the data is at, like right now, the data at rest. So someone who goes there to cache the data, that encryption will put it there. You go, you get the backup, you cannot do anything. This is the data at rest. And then we have in the database, we have a system always encrypted. Always encrypted is encryption in use. Like when I'm sending the sensitive data to you, and then the database, the database, we have the colon there, so we can hide the colon so that when the data, we are sending the data from maybe from me to you, the data is encrypted. So they call it encryption in use. So when we are using the data, is encrypted. So between you and me, I'm sending the data, we are using the data. If a third person like Oliver come in, he cannot get the information. This is the encryption in use. So they call it in always encrypted. So the encrypted is used. And then there's another level of encryption called dynamic data masking. Like when you're using your credit card system, like Brother Colin said earlier, you see that at the end, when you buy something, you see the end of your bill, you see cross, 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 and then they put 335. This is called the dynamic data masking. So what they happen is that they limit the sensitive data exposure so that when anyone goes to your system, they cannot see the rest of your credit card. So this is the dynamic data masking. So they mask the information that if I go to your system, I cannot see the rest of your information. I go only the last 3 digits. So this is the dynamic data masking. So in ONPASSIVE, we have all these different level of encryption so that anyone get to the system, you cannot catch the data. So that's how we always say the database is more secure. All the security information tied to the database there. When the data is at rest, we have the security for that. When we are using the database, we have an encryption on that. When the database also, we do the transfer, like credit cards, is also encrypted. So all the information is encrypted. So no one can catch our information. So this is all the 3 levels of encryption in the database. So whether it's in your device or your mobile phone or anywhere else, because the data, the origin of the data is already encrypted, no one can cache the data. So using your mobile phone, your laptop, your desktop computer, the encryption coming from the source of the information, not the one you are using. Because before you do the transfer from your mobile phone from maybe to your laptop of the our system ONPASSIVE system, the encryption is in place already. So no one can catch the information where we are using. So that's why we have the encryption in use, encryption in transit, encryption in rest. So when the data at rest is also encrypted. So all the security information is tied to the data. So when you are using as a third party, you don't have any problem. The system is already encrypted.
How was
Thank you.
that, Karen? Was that sufficient?
Thank you. Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you
Wow,
for
thank
asking
you.
your
That's
question.
good. Yeah.
It benefited a lot of people. Thank you, Karen.
Yes.
Next, we
Yes.
have Johanna, who would like to speak. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Johanna. Do you see the unmute button? There you go. You're
Hello.
unmuted now. Hello.
Thank you. I've got actually 2 questions, and one is on OBLES platform. I'd like to find out something on how it would work for each founder, and the other one is personal for. I've got 3 accounts that I've sent details to David, and he's forwarded to Matty. I haven't got a response back. Those 3 accounts there, the issues with the one-time password. I cannot access the one-time password on all my 3 accounts. I have multiple accounts, and 3 of my accounts, I cannot access the one-time password. Previously, I had access to the back office, but when we shift from GoFounder to OFounder, in the first 2 weeks, I accessed them. And then after 2 weeks, it just went off, and it's like that. I cannot access the one-time password. So I actually raised the ticket for all 3 of them to support, and then they sent me an email back saying that they are all hard bounds, and I need to create new emails and send them in for the 3 of them, they said.
Joanna,
And I
Joanna,
tried to create.
Joanna, I'll
Yes.
just interrupt you there. I've got the list here back, so Grace will forward it to you. You look through the list, and if you can
Okay.
locate those 3 in the list. There's a couple of emails that have been corrected already and sent back to me, so we will sort that
Oh,
out
lovely.
internally.
Thank
on
you.
your other questions regarding Obless, how it will work for each founders, I will leave it open to one of us here to answer.
Go ahead and ask your second question,
So,
Johanna.
so I can ask the question, or
Yes, if
Yes,
it's pertaining to
you
Oblast,
can ask.
certainly, certainly.
okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you. Okay, okay. The question concerning Oblast, I'd like to take PNG for an example because I'm referring to our own country and I want founders here. Each of us founders are from different provinces and different locations, and we will have different projects for each community and each. So would it be possible for Oblast platform to fund different locations at the same time? Like one would be Telefomen. There would be projects we would be looking at the Telefomen, and then there would be projects like, yeah, I am from a different location, so if I would submit something for my community, would they all be like parallel and they would be funded, or there would be some scrutinizing, or how would that go? I don't know. I'm just asking. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'll answer that question, and then I think anyone can come in. I think we just explained that. We said, let's look at Oblast as a crowdfunding application, like any other crowdfunding application. We are saying this because we are founders and we just look at it in a narrow way, but just take yourself out of ONPASSIVE, that I'm not in ONPASSIVE and I want to do crowdfunding. Which application will I go? Will I use GoFundMe, or will I use, because I'm not a founder of GoFundMe, but I can use GoFundMe to run a campaign for whatever I want to run. And Tony will be using it at the same time to run a campaign. Martin Digamo will be using it at the same time to run a campaign on different areas. That is the way Oblast will work. Doesn't matter, but as a founder, the only thing our CEO told us, if you want ONPASSIVE to do it for you, they will go in and look at your campaign, whatever you write. If it is legit, if they can fund it, then they will expose it to our community, the founders community, where people can chip in money. But say, for example, I'm not a founder, and I think like, okay, which is the best crowdfunding application I want to use that will give me the most value for my campaign, that they will even charge me very, very less. I will use Oblast, because I know if I want to look at it with other campaign, other crowdfunding, Oblast will give me the value that I want. And that's why Mari Digamo said, lot of customers, not only the founders, will come. They can run 1 million to 1 billion campaign a day. Because sometimes you don't know who is doing what somewhere. And that's why we're talking about looking this application and say it is massive and huge, because the amount of traffic that will be coming in, hitting our database, money moving out, in and out, people taking money to run whatever they want to do in their communities and their countries. So in New Pakistan, maybe you can have even thousands of campaigns. It doesn't matter. But if it's legit, approved, it will be exposed to the whole world. And as Martin said, there are people who has money who are looking for where to put that money that will give value or reach the common people. And when they look at people, they say, wow, this is really beautiful. Let's just throw everything there. They will come in and do it. So it doesn't matter how many campaigns you want to run a day, as long as it is legit, it's open for everyone, not only for the founders. And that's the beauty of the product.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Amazing.
Wonderful. Amazing. Oh, wonderful,
Wonderful.
Johanna. I love it. Yay. Yay to Ashmafara, yay to ONPASSIVE, and yay to Oblast. What a fabulous product, huh?
Thank you
so much.
You.
Did we answer all your questions?
Yes, I'm more than satisfied. Blown away.
That's wonderful. Be sure to come back again and ask more questions. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love our topic. We're staying right on topic on Oblast, the product itself. So let's keep it going. And we have now Tony Monk, who would like to come down and talk to us.
Thank you, Lynn. First of all, I want to thank all my brothers, the tech guys that are here explaining the products, and oh bless, you guys are amazing. It's late where some of you are, and you're here with us, trying to answer our questions. I pat you all on the back. You guys are amazing. You really are. With oh bless, it's one of our products that is the correction to the corruption. Why do I say that? Because 100% is going to the causes, 100%. Okay. Today at the event, earlier today, when Ash put on the event, straight across the Burj Khalifa, oh bless came up. And I got emotional because what I thought of when I saw oh bless, I thought of Chris Johnson and the angels and what he's trying to accomplish to alleviate human suffering around the world. Oh bless is going to be huge. It's going to help a lot of people around the world. And I am just very fortunate to be a founding member that is involved with a company that's going to be the correction to the corruption, because there's a lot of corruption out there. All these crowd funding platforms that are out there, as far as I'm concerned, they're corrupted. Oliver brought up a good point. We're going to put them out of business. We are going to put them out of business because the majority of people on the planet, they want 100% of their money to go to their causes. They don't want these crowdfunding platforms taking, 30%, 40%, or whatever they take these days. So we have a good system here. Oh bless is going to be a blessing to the world. ONPASSIVE is amazing. I am just so fired up. I've been fired up since this morning. And again, guys, thank you so much, my brothers. You guys are fantastic. And like I said, Collins, remember when I said to you, try to explain the technical part of it as if you're speaking to a 5-year-old. And you know what? You guys are doing that. You're doing that. You're actually explaining it in such a way where all of us can actually understand what you're talking about. And that's absolutely amazing. I pat all of you in the back. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you guys. I really do. Thank you, Lynn. Back to you.
Thank you, Tony, for the acknowledgement. We appreciate you and your involvement as well. At this time, I wanted to ask a couple of questions that I have as a layperson related to the discussion we've had. One of the concepts that came up tonight was a pen test. And I wondered if one of you could explain in simple terms what a pen test is, P-E-N. Thank you.
Okay, let me grab that. It's pen test is a short form of penetration testing. This is a form of security testing that this is a form of security testing that you hack the system, and for what I know, not that I know, I want to assume that our CEO got that also. It's always done by a third party, and it's done manually, and can also be it can also be automated. A penetration testing is when you hack the system, you protect, you hack, you protect, you hack, you protect, up to the point that you know that the system is well secured. Is well secured, then you say, okay, our system is fine. Then there's also automated penetration testing, that this one is just automated, that you can say, okay, every week, you can set it up every week or every month or every 3 months, that it will automatically do the auto pen test for you. But mostly the most secure, the most serious one is the one-time pen test that is being done annually. That one is a heavy one. It takes months because you hack the system. You hack and you protect. You hack and you protect. You hack and you protect, up to the point that we are sure that the system is well secured.
So let me just add a little bit. Oliver, well spotted. So it's just about testing the vulnerability of the software. So sometimes, software are more vulnerable, database vulnerable. Any little thing, your data or your information will be exposed. So when every time they're building a software, one of the last tests they do is penetration testing. So they hack the software, as Oliver said, to test the vulnerability, to see how vulnerable that software is reliable to attack. And the moment they discover the vulnerability, what we do, as Oliver said, they fix it immediately to make sure it is more secure. So you hack it and then you secure it. You test the vulnerability, check it, and then you secure it. So it's about vulnerability. And that's why it's a very, very important process of testing the software. You cannot build a software without testing the vulnerability.
And that is intense testing. Yeah.
I had no idea. So do you do that like forever? I mean, it's not like, okay, we tested, now we're good. You always have to keep testing the product over and over?
Yeah, so you add more information, you have to do vulnerability testing. So as the software grows and grows, as we said, grow to maturity, remember our CEO said, we will always add value. We talk about value. Value is about keeping the product at the top. Every time you add new functionality, you integrate it. What you do is you test the vulnerability to see how vulnerable the software is exposed to attack. So sometimes you do it once in development lifecycle, you must do it at least once. And then like what Oliver said, you automate it so it can run and give you a nightly report. Every time you look at the report and said, okay, everything is good. Like what I think Maddie says something in a layman way, where our system is being monitored. You know, like I always said in most of the webinar, I said, there is nothing you can do with our system because everything you do, they will see it. The system have a report running in the server and the database. Every movement from the time you go and you hit that browser, the web browser, you open it, you enter your password and your email, it's already capturing all the information. Knows that Lynn Nakamoto logged in at this time, went to this page at this time, to this place at this time. So they see you, your movement, every movement. You know, the screens you go, you know, maybe from old mail, whatever you, so you cannot even say I didn't do anything because they are seeing you. And that's why when our CEO came out and said, we got them, it's because AI is running behind and it's capturing everything. And they have this report, they have all those audit and log tables, giving every information.
So is it kind of like, say you have a house and then you have burglars that trying to get in. They try to get in through the front door, the back door, the windows, maybe through the chimney, whatever. But you have like security guards that are monitoring 24 hours a day, walking around the perimeter of your home, watching for vulnerabilities, right? And then when they see any, they block it or they fix it.
Correct.
Sort of that concept.
Yes, the subject is that concept. You fortify your house with security cameras and detective devices. That is just the layman ways. Also remember that the maintenance is also part of penetration testing. You know, like automated pen test. You know, that is maintenance. That is part of maintenance also. So
it is an ongoing process that will never end.
Ongoing. Like my colleague just said that is something that is ongoing. More data comes in, the more, you know. Remember that you have the monitoring system also that is there. You know, if there's any risk or any vulnerability anywhere, bam, they have the, you know, before you even come with AI. The good part with ONPASSIVE is that our system are all embedded with artificial intelligence. So AI has that feature, that protected detective, auto protected detective feature, that before it even come, it predict future attacks. So it dictate it and immediately they fix it. So with the penetration testing also and the automated pen test also, we are fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's reassuring. Thank you very much. I get the picture a lot better than I did before. Thank you so much. Now I see Gladys Navarro. Talk to us, Gladys. Click the unmute button, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lynn, and thank you, Tech Team, for breaking it down for us. I have a question regarding the penetration testing. You say there are two ways that can be done, and one can be manually by the ethical hackers. When they hack, they protect, hack, they protect. You have also mentioned that there's automated. It can be done in an automated way. Now, if during the automation process, when it's trying to penetrate, if the system finds there's an area that needs to be fixed, there's a problem, is it also coded to protect immediately, or it sends an alert to the people who do the pen testing to respond? How does it work?
Okay.
All right, Oliver, you can go.
No, you can go, Collins.
All right. So like with the automation, as we said earlier, it produced a nightly report. So for instance, as you said, you are right. The moment the system, when a system is automated and the system detects something, it throws an alert, create a ticket. And then what will happen is that report will be generated with every error and issues that the system have identified, and immediately they will code it and fix it. You know, in IT, sometimes when it's really very, very like critical, they will call it a P1 issue or a P2 or a critical issue. The moment they discover that type of issue, they have to do it, because remember, I said something about vulnerability last time in the webinar. If a system is vulnerable, I gave an example in UK where the bank crashes, people couldn't take their money. It was vulnerability because they didn't do penetration testing well. So, and when you abandon that particular site, what will happen is not only about hacking, it's about database. Sometimes you have this expansion of database. And remember, when a lot of customers are hidden, it's traffic. We talk about traffic and information. People are trying to get information in and out. Just imagine you are in a car park and you see the car moving, and there is no proper traffic. Like, what will happen? There will be accident. It's the same with software. If you don't maintain it and you don't have that system in place that can pick up things that are happening, giving you, up-to-date report, not only the bad guys, the system can crash. So once the moment the system identified that during the automation system, they'll just pick it and then throw it out there. I'll give, for example, we built a software for a company, which I will not name it, in UK. Everything is automated, mini artificial intelligence. 10,000 people lost their jobs because it's an automated system that can pick information from everything that you are doing, be it banks. For instance, we had this COVID. You know, when COVID was there, a lot of people didn't go to office. A lot of customer center, call center stopped, and most companies lost money. They approached us and said, can you build an automated system that can identify issues and throw it back to us? We said, yeah, we can do it. It took us 6 months. We produced it. And what happened? This system that can monitor, pick everything. You don't even know how to. You see someone will just walk into your site and said, oh, I'm here to fix this. How did you know that? Because our system of picking and identify and said, Seva, this and that has an issue. Go in and they will give you the detail of the issue. So the engineer will just walk in and then fix it and go out. That is what they call automation. That's what they call automation, where you don't need to do it, but they just identify it, throw it, create it, and then send it to Bra Oliver. Please go in, it's P1, go and fix it before the system crash. And you see the gentleman will just walk in and fix it. That's the automation, and that's what we talk about, really penetration automation testing.
Yeah, then in addition to that, with the penetration testing also, the good news is that we keep saying about AI, ONPASSIVE will have artificial intelligence in it, that when it detects any attack, and if that attack is crucial, it lock down that system or block the system. That system will not function anymore until they fix it. That is, we should understand that with our AI, we are in a very, very, very better and good position, because our AI will dictate immediately, even the future attack that wants to come. Let's say something wants to happen and the attackers are coming. Maybe they say on Tuesday, if they identify that particular server, an attack, they've set up that server that they want to attack, it will dictate the attack before that Tuesday and just prevent it. But if there's a breach and that breach comes in, they will block that system automatically. It will be blocked and locked down totally. So I just want to add that there also. So we are good. Our system is with AI. We are in the best of positions because we have sophisticated technology from our 5Gs and IPv6, which is hybrid, and IPv4. Then all about the fiber optic cables. We are in a very, very comfortable and the best position. Thank you.
Awesome.
Adding to
Thank you very much.
Adding to
Thank
what
you,
Collins
Lynn.
and Oliver
We're
said,
gonna.
they
Okay, go
talk
ahead,
about the
Vincent.
alert. Collins said about the alert when automation happened. The alert, let me break also that little part down. The alert is like when you are driving your car, you know, the dashboard. If anything happened in your car engine, you will see the alert on your car dashboard. It was saying that maybe you have a petrol issue or you have this. It's similar to the IT issues when the automation system, they send you the alert, and then the alert will give you the indication to go to the engine and then fix the car. So it's the same thing, the software the system as well. So when you get the alert, you go directly to that part of the system. If the alert is okay, maybe you have your petrol, you are running out of petrol from your car dashboard, you go and fill your tank so that the car can run smoothly. So it's the same thing. So the alert, this is how also the software alert works, the same system. So you give you the indication of what happened to your system, and then the engineer can put his hand in and fix it. So this is how the automation send it. Automation work in the way that they will run everything automatically for you and then send you all the alert, anything you need to do to fix the problem. And then you will go and fix it. The automation will not fix it. So information, the automation will give you the indication, the alert, and then what you need to do and then fix the issue. And then the engineer will go and fix the issue and then the problem. This is just a little part I'll add to what Colin said.
Thank you very much, Vincent. I hope that answers your question, Gladys. Are you content with the response? Thank you for asking that question. And now I want to give the floor to David Bakau.
Thank you, Lynn. And I'd like to welcome our beloved CEO, Mr. Ash Mufarah, who's decided to join us in Papua New Guinea. Thank you much, Ash, for joining us. We humbly welcome you, and please, we want to leave this opportunity to you to share with us. Basically, you're doing marketing in Dubai for the company and bringing ONPASSIVE to the world through Dubai. And we were so excited this morning to see OBLESS being put on spotlight this morning. And you know, it's very, very comforting and emotional to us when we see OBLESS, because this is the platform and the product that is going to help a lot of us here in Papua New Guinea and all the minority countries, as you have mentioned this morning. Thank you, Ash. Please come on and share with us.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. And I think I didn't have enough earlier today, so thank you for the extra. It will not be complete day without checking up on our Papua New Guinea and everywhere else. I see that we have the brilliant engineers from the UK also are awake. You guys ever asleep? I have no idea. Canada's still up. Thank you, Tony. And Lynn, I didn't hear you earlier. I don't know if I missed you on the Dubai event.
Yeah, I wasn't on the panel today.
Yes, I don't know whose problem is that, but they're going to be in big trouble. Okay, because I was looking for you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So I think, we are humanizing business. We are, in ONPASSIVE, we are humanizing business. I often see a lot of businesses, they have great transactional format for their business. It doesn't appeal to me. When I see there is a bit of a social, viral, personable, humanized effect that goes beyond transactions, pay in, pay out, you're done, is not a culture, is not a, with ONPASSIVE, we have a complete unique scenario very different, and it is more than just a business. It's tribal, nothing more powerful than when you belong to a tribe or a family, in a classical way, if you wish. But we have so much in common, and we feel this thing belongs to all of us. So speaking of marketing, it's not only in Dubai, that's one thing, because we're a global company, but strategically, we centered and we penetrated that Middle Eastern viral hot spot, so we can expand from there virally. I would like your attention for a couple of moments, because this is important. You would appreciate the information here. Nothing better than having success by design. There's so many other businesses, they are having an unbelievable level of success, historical. We know a few names, at least of them commonly. Most of us know them. It just came as an accident. It came as a result or a reaction to something. They were looking for something else turned out. Still a good success, but nothing more impressive, more solid, more strong, more appealing than when you have success by design. You are commanding the steps around you, the steps ahead, and that's exactly how it happens. So let me get your attention on one thing here. I have seen companies, I constantly try to observe companies and their ways of whether failing or succeeding, or when did they do good, and when, and that's a good thing. So somebody was ahead of you in that direction. I have seen companies or businesses or ideas, individuals who come up with an amazing product, valuable. It could be a small physical product, it could be a platform. And then they realize they have something in hand, and now let's form the business. Now let's see how can we market it, or figure out the budget or staffing, or how do we go. That's why you see so many new startups. They are brilliant products. They're definitely disruptive or usable at least. They go to lending and loans options. They go to Shark Tanks or those business programs, seeking that advice. We have something, it worked, but what do we do? How do we market? They look for the advice, they look for the strategy, they look for the plan, they seek for the budget, obviously more capital, and mainly marketing. So that's why they try to have somebody more savvy or a public figure on board to save up the ship. I have seen companies who really put the effort on the marketing aspect, but they don't have anything that is worthy to sell. So it gets a lot of attention for the wrong reason, no idea how. It just goes viral. It's a very short lifespan. Now, I want you to put the two together, okay? That's where ONPASSIVE is a done deal. We know exactly what we have in hands. And we know the importance of marketing, the importance of budget, the technical preparations that my brothers are talking about here, okay? So if you're aware of all of that and you put all the dots in line, that's when it's a perfect business model. I'm gonna repeat that differently, okay? In ONPASSIVE, not that we only have one worthy product, we have enormous amount of value piled up that will sell on its own, naturally, organically. Yet, we love marketing and we know the game, and we're experimenting new areas and navigating new options of marketing that they've never been done before. So there is this new term of compounded ripple effect marketing. You do one thing and you build on it, you stack the cool, you expand further, the horizon, bigger, 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 bigger. Unstoppable. And what you have in the core never stops or slow down. It keeps on vibrating. So it is a fact, might be shocking to you, might be in your subconscious, but you're not aware of it. I'm going to package it to you. As of now, welcome May 2022. We are in May 2022. We've been in business for a couple of years in ONPASSIVE, building, developing, preparing, testing. And we are just starting our marketing. Up until now, it has been only a word of mouth. We got a little over 1 million people, and it's only been a word of mouth. Belly to belly, friend to friend, you know, here and there. Can you imagine now? That is one lane of our marketing. It will continue because now we have more people who will tell the story, okay? They have better things to talk about. And it's easier because we have the offices, we have the evidence, we have the vision more clear now. And now add to it companies' efforts. Add to it a well strategic, organized, articulated, massive marketing, massive compounded marketing strategy. And it's not one thing. Everything we do is unique, disruptive, and we don't do it just on the surface. We go very deep, we go very, very broad, okay? So anything we do it to the extreme. We leave nothing, okay? So if you do the math, got an enormous amount of value within our products lines, more to come. It will continue. Up until now, 1.3 million people, just a word of mouth. Companies been testing slight marketing options so far, now getting heavier on the marketing. It will not end, it will compound. Whatever we build, we don't take it away. We keep it, we build on it organically and permanently. Even if we are successful to where we want to be, we will not stop the marketing activities. For other purposes, such as branding, such as bringing up more to the market, such as stabilizing. And you know, you don't want to drop, you want to hover. When you reach the top, keep soaring and cruising. So it's not something that we're going to do to get to a point. It's not temporarily. This is permanent. It will only compound. You're not going to see a flash by effort and next month it's gone. Then we have a plummet and then build back. Whatever we have, it stays there. We stabilize it. So there's no
I think Mr. Mufaro got frozen. Does it appear to be? Maybe he'll come back in a bit.
He'll be back.
Okay.
He probably doesn't even know he's gone.
Yeah, probably doesn't. Can't wait for O Connect. That's all I can say.
That's right.
He'll come back in. He has nice gems of knowledge for us. We don't want to miss on that, do we? So we be patient. He'll come back in.
We are so grateful that he joined us here in PNG. Thank you. Thank you,
What
Marty.
an honor. Isn't that very nice, huh, David?
Yes, yes.
Come back down to the panel,
Definitely.
David. There you go. You'll be back. So, oh, Chris, are you trying to talk? Wait, you know what, Chris? I'm gonna make you co-host because you can't unmute. Okay, wait. Okay, there you go. There you go, Chris. What were you saying? You were saying
I
something.
can't say nothing. I'm locked out.
Now you can.
I was saying it looked like Ash was in such deep thought that he just froze like he was thinking. He was just thinking about it. I'm thinking, let him think. Hold on, he's gonna say something. Let him think. He'll be back. He never likes to leave anyone hanging, so he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Thank you all for being here. And we hope that you've gained some knowledge through our IT professionals tonight. I had some good questions from the floor. Tony, you want to go ahead and ask your question? I know you're about to ask your question when Mr. Mufara showed up. Go ahead and speak. Tony.
Oh, thanks, Lynn. Yeah, I might as well ask the question quickly before Ash comes back. And yeah, this time I have a question. And this question is for the IT guys, mainly for Oliver because he's in the security part of it. I heard Ash talking about a little while back that some of the products are going to be standalone products. And some companies are going to have access to the cPanel and they're going to be able to change whatever it is to their format. Now, who's responsible for the security on that? Is it going to be the company themselves or is it going to be ONPASSIVE? That's my question.
Thank you. We'll have one of our tech guys respond.
Let me come in and then Vincent and Oliver will chip in. You know, when we're talking about our products, for Mr. Ash Mufarakan, we're talking about all our products are web application, remember, provided by ONPASSIVE. So what other companies are doing, if they come in, if they are not founders, they will come in as customers. With customers, what will they do? They will subscribe and they'll be paying month after month, or they can say, okay, pay every year, like most company, IT company, my company, they always do that. You know, they go for a product and they pay yearly. So the security is on the side of ONPASSIVE, not their worries, because you have to send those who will train them, like they send us, they'll send some expert to come and train us how to use the product. And then anything we want, we have to contact them. So the security is on our part, ONPASSIVE. So we make sure, because if we don't secure it, what will happen? They will run away and say, you know, the product is rubbish. So we have to provide everything, the security and everything, so they can use our product, you know, whatever they want to do, and they'll use it smoothly. The moment that guarantee of security is there, nobody will want to leave.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Brother Collins. Before I put a bit input and then we pass it to Oliver, the security man. So the security, every company have its own security, and then we have external security. So the external customers, so when we are dealing with people coming from outside the company, we have external customers. We create also security for them. Even in our Active Directory, you know, the server where we have all the information, we have an customer, we create an account for them. So they use our account to work with us. So we have the external guys. So this is how we work. So we have in employees, we are working for ONPASSIVE, or we are ONPASSIVE guys. We have our own account, building our own Active Directory. And then the external guys, they have also the account in our system. We put the external people. So they don't have most of privileges we as employee have. They have a limited access to our system to do the limited job they are in for. So this is how we work. So we have inside and outside guys. So I'll leave to Brother Oliver.
Yeah, hi, yeah, thank you, Tony, for that question. We should remember that our security, let me assure this, our security in ONPASSIVE is tight. It's really, really tight. And before any company will do business with us, they have to perform their due diligence. Their due diligence, one of the most important things when you want to do a due diligence is to make sure that where your data will reside, has to be very, very, very secured. And that is the due diligence that any company that wants to perform business with us has to take that first into consideration, that the security controls are in place, the security posture of that data center where the security is going to reside is well secured, encrypted, at rest, and encrypted in transit. So for that, we don't have any problem with that. We don't have, there should be no fear. Our firewalls are also there in different locations, well taken care of. Our data center is hybrid. The technology that is in there, fiber optic, I keep saying that, IPv6, IPv4 hybrid, we are fine. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have Ash
That
back
good, Tony?
on.
Thank you, Tony.
That was fantastic. That
please
answered my question perfectly.
and you can.
Thank you so much, you guys. Sorry,
Thank you,
David, go
Tony.
ahead. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the internet just got dropped and I'm back. So I hope we didn't lose the track of our thoughts. Anyway, I was trying to say that I often see companies, even they have some potential for success, but then sadly, the preparations happens too late after that viral effect takes place. So even if they have a plan for a good product, but then if they have good flow, a good flood of attraction of customers, sales, if you wish, and they're not prepared at the human resources level, at the technical foundation, how ridiculous would it be for a company like ONPASSIVE to have so many products, so many companies tied up in one, and then go to business, and then we say, oh, got a problem. Now we need to figure out this hosting thing. Now we need to solve these security issues. We are so blessed by design to have this pre-launch and the co-founders phase where we're able to test before we are out open to the public, where failure is not an option. You cannot figure things out back then. So it is really a good thing, by the way, when we go through some small incidents here and there, some you know about them, some you probably would never know about them, all mechanical things, just a headache, you don't need that. Beautiful that we go through that now, not when the clock is ticking, when we're holding somebody's commission or somebody's business or products or communication, or they have complete reliance or dependency on our business or our product. So it is really almost zero risk at the moment, because no harm. Even if we make mistakes, it's really helpful to go through the mistake. There's not a problem that we will be solid or completely secured from that unless we go through it. Failing forward. You've got to go through it. If you don't make mistakes and it sounds perfect, you haven't gotten to your capacity. Things will break. The only good thing now that you want them to break before things are sensitive or you have lives depending on it. Right now, it's like a honeymoon. And that's why you see me very relaxed at no matter how much, resistance we get for the timing or the rush or all that. We all understand the company's best interest is to open and thrive and build and make the billions and all of that. But it will be embarrassing for us to go for a short term and all the dreams and all the things that we have on at stake right now. We don't want to compromise that. So even if we compromise a little bit more in terms of patience and going through the debugging right now and fine tuning and make sure we're fully equipped, and we have gone through those glitches prior to opening for business. That's how you do a long-term business. Okay, so we're blessed that we're going through that now. There's no pressure. There's no life dependency on it. There's no businesses depending on it. So simply founders step by step. So here's what we gather so far. I've talked about businesses fail because they might have a good product, but not a good business or marketing or I would say branding, sustainability campaign or plan. Okay, they would then be in a bad position trying to figure that while they already have the product, and then they have some overhead costs or some staff or any budget, then they get stuck. And that's sadly how we often lose good businesses, just because they didn't think it through, they didn't prepare through. Okay, they just they didn't foresee what if this succeeds, or they just gave it a shot. So that is really what we are blessed to avoid in ONPASSIVE. We got the proper plan for expansion, marketing, budget, staffing, all of that prior to going, and then we will see. In fact, one of my strategies and philosophies in building business, while speaking with the different departments, as you know now, I tell them over and over and over, I want to be always overstaffed. You're going to put that extra money, okay, and you're going to have people who are probably just showing up and getting paid. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me more, and it will be devastating for all of us, that we have a big demand and you don't have enough hands to take care of the business. That will cost more. The damage, the reputation, the business damage. It's not always about the money. Okay. What if, let's say a company is depending on our O staff or O Connect or a government or a school. And it just like, because ONPASSIVE didn't figure out the business plan or the budget or the marketing and all of that. Now we have a lot of disturbance. We don't want to go that way. Okay, so I feel very good that we have the value. We know the potential of it. I feel very good that we didn't even have our market, to get oversaturated. Okay, this is literally a word of mouth up until now. Nothing, professional. Okay, all just personal invitation so far, and now we're lining up all those pipes and spigots for marketing, not relying on one method. I also learned the lesson from many companies that they have just one source of marketing. It could be affiliate marketing. That's one way. Okay, so they completely rely on their affiliates. So if that's get oversaturated, or people are confused or they don't know, then that becomes problematic. You want to work as nobody's building, nobody's selling, nobody's marketing. So the company will have its own marketing for the different products. The company already, the brilliance about ONPASSIVE is a big pillar in CATMO is the T, that targeted traffic. It's a part of our package. We're entitled, and it's an obligation, as users, to get guaranteed visitors and traffic. Also, the company is obligated to deliver traffic. So that is a source of traffic, what we have to deliver from the budget, okay? The company will not just completely depend on the reseller or affiliate program. We want to sell all the technologies, all the products in every possible way, okay? So we don't have a dependency on just one method. I've seen companies, they go over, they're either, on SEO or social media, or like not all of them, or email marketing, or safe lists, they do that, or traffic exchange. They just focus on one method, video marketing, or mainstream. It's rare that you see a company that is everywhere, okay? Even take a big company like McDonald's, all right? You might see them on every billboard and all of that, but I don't see them on YouTube, okay? For example, I don't see them doing like social marketing and that, digital appearance. It's mostly like mainstream and billboards and all of that. So it is different when we come to ONPASSIVE. We leave no unturned stone. We flip every possibility of marketing and make sure it's activated permanently, not one time, not for a short time. So that is permanent. What we have to deliver, the paid advertisement, the paid marketing, okay, that Vincent, okay, need to get this number of visitors per month, no doubt. And we deliver that over the month, okay? Oliver has to give this, or he orders more. Tony, Len, all of you do that. So it is a part of the plan. So that's another source. Now add to it if affiliates or resellers get excited and they want to also have that extra. That's an add-on. But keep in mind the many different campaigns and the compounded campaigns. It just goes in like. So we have no fear or concern that the company is not going to have enough server power, to handle the growth of our customer base or a particular product. We went too fast on something called data centers very quickly, and multiple regional, liquid cloud hosting. It's rare. It's rare you see that company invest, So I do know if you're inside of our business circle and you see all that, some would see we're overspending, okay? It might sound like that. But I always take that as a better symptom than having, you're underprepared or didn't spend enough or didn't do the due diligence like Vincent was talking. So you've got to do that. Be proactive, be prepared. And when things happen, just like what happened today, we're relaxed, we're having fun with it. Remember that F word, that the F bomb that Susie McCrae mentioned today or yesterday, practically now. So the fun that is now, we enjoy it. It's just like a good ritual to get with the family around the clock. And it's just about to get better, more fun, and no harm. Nobody had to pay, daily $97 or like, or monthly, or just relax. Okay, enjoy it, gain the knowledge, gain the experience, be prepared, and have that confidence and dominance when you go to the market. Everything has been checked. We've done the due diligence, the preparation in terms of marketing, in terms of budget, personnel, or the human resources. Everything has been figured out. The mechanical debugs or the security and all of that, all the glitches. We went through that. I'm saying the time we opened. So now we went through a good portion of them. And when we go, it's just like a done deal. It's like kissing marshmallows. It's so easy. It's so fun. It's just go with the flow. And nothing is more boldly, successful as bold. Okay, when you go to business at this magnitude, with such a confidence, with such preparation, and you know exactly what's going to happen, and you have checked those boxes, and nothing is threatening. Even if something like we didn't go through will occur, but it's going to be minor, the bigger picture is already in place. Everything is intact. So I'm really proud of where we are. Viral marketing is just about to take effect. When those people, have you seen in the last 4 weeks how many people have taken selfie with ONPASSIVE in the background? How many people are driving? 500,000, the number, by those giant billboards. Okay, 500,000 people mostly are professional. They're either going to a job or coming back from a job, or small business owners. They could use our products, or those who are looking for a job. They don't mind having that extra stream of income from home in the midst of the desert in UAE, and they don't have to commute. Just be under chilled AC and ice cream and enjoy the ride. Like what a good offer. So if we push like a career opportunity or income opportunity, it has its audience. Okay, and everybody there is connected to somewhere. There are 9 people who work in the UAE, which is a small country, that everybody has something called back home. Okay, and the business like ONPASSIVE, for example, we pay an annual, it's by law, we have to pay them 1 travel ticket to the staff person, to the employee, and to their family. So some are where? In Egypt. They have to go back home every year. Okay, we either give them an allowance for a big number, okay, the number of tickets for the family. We have in the Philippines, we have in the United Kingdom, we have in South Africa, we have, all Middle Eastern places. We have India, of course, okay, Bangladesh, and say with me, yeah, all over the place, Malaysia, this, that, okay. So all those people will return home. What does it mean? That is, everybody's connected to somewhere, another culture, another region, and those selfies are being shared on daily basis. And now you're going to share them back to your sister. Your sister is going to show it to her kids, and it's going to circulate. And not only that, it will start building up that conviction. I've seen that name. I've seen that brand. I've seen that logo. And, I've been on that website. I go to the mall, I see it. I go shopping, I see it. I go to my work on the billboards on the main streets, I see it. I go for dinner downtown, you cannot miss it. I'm taking a cruise in Dubai Canal, okay, evening time, having that musical party or dinner tour they take in the evening, and you're like in the water where it's dark, and you look in that bright place, Dubai, and you see that tall building, and you see that big logo from distance. You live there for a month or stayed there, you're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss it. If you're landing, flying, taking off, you're going to see it. And that is connected. That is viral. That is viral. And then everybody will, where they post it, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. Okay, that's what viral marketing is. You use the existing circle of people, personal, TikTok, whatever it is, but indirectly It's not about, we're not selling detergent or, piece of equipment that is just like, look at it, this is how good it is, these are the features, buy, done. We're selling more of a paradigm shift, a concept, a new hope, a new way of living. And it's not necessarily the transactional return on like short term or immediately. We're talking about, we're engraving that name and that brand in the minds of millions. So in a matter of a year, 2, 3 years, it just becomes so, it's a basic, so you do the work, okay, at a scale, but don't expect immediate massive results if your eye is on the long-term return, okay? So it's different, okay? Trust me, we can go ahead and have a small budget, okay? I'm really hoping that you would take this guaranteed, okay? We can put an ad where some places, whether it's a printed ad or email marketing or something, where you get like instant by a marketing campaign, like email marketing campaign to 50 million people, one of those big publishers, right? And today you're going to have 5,000, 6,000 immediate founders, okay? But that's transactional. When you stop it, there's no effect long term. We're reverse engineering. We are building long term. So when we do that, the foundations are, oh yeah, that now I know what they're talking about. Okay, so you don't want to over exaggerate, okay, on short term results and undermine and underestimate what could happen long term if you do it strategically, long term. Okay, not expecting the little thing, because plus we're not interested to have the traffic and ONPASSIVE. So the timing is so cool. It's like so relaxed, okay? Almost in that, what do you call that swing on the island between two palm trees?
Hammock.
Hammock, yeah, the hammock. Okay, because I think they call it hamaca in Spanish. Okay, it was okay. Language confusion. So the hammock. Okay, for example, you sit there, you relax, and you know what's coming. There's no more powerful feeling than that. Okay, you're so chilled, you're so relaxed, because I'm not hungry to sell now to get that immediate revenue. I'm building now, perfect timing. So when you open for sales, or the broader or the larger amount of products, you have marketed already. You have prepared the market for it. But now you're basically walking them through what they can do, how they can get it. We're not crying or banging on doors. Now, please become a founder. We're not interested to get a large number of founders and then have fewer. Our interest is to have customers. That's the live blood of our business and any business. Okay, long-term sustainable business customers that they are aware, have been educated prior to making that decision, and now when they get in, they're long-term, they're committed, they appreciate the value, they appreciate the convenience, the time they save, they appreciate the budget, the cost of it. So it becomes a longer bond, a longer business sustainability. So that's what we want to focus on. Okay, think long-term and think, what if we will be the biggest business on the planet? And think, what if my name is not Patricia or Lynn or Vincent? If my name is Ash Mufara, I'm responsible for the next 2 billion people. What if that happened? They're going to come to my business and I must be prepared. Okay. And this business is not a small business. How can I make sure there's no downtime? Okay. 100% uptime. How can I make sure my security is at its best? How can I make sure the customer care, customer success is complete? Different languages. How can I make sure that I continue marketing? How can I make sure the payments, the financial flow is flawless? That's a big deal. You cannot rely on generic gateway that you are literally bigger than them or your potential is much bigger than them. You cannot rely on a small host, okay, or a small, like become an affiliate with a domain registration company. You see, those are the loopholes. That's when things get wobbly. It's like not connected organically together. You got so many moving parts, so many pieces, and each one is depending on another company, third-party solution, this, that, okay? So now you understand why we're confident the way we're playing this from every direction, okay? We're good at what we do. We're confident. We are where we want to be. We don't want to be any faster, any bigger, any different. We are perfectly where we designed to be, and nothing more successful. Like this is the ultimate success, where you are in control of your destiny. You're not, having to do cross fingers every day. Let's see what the market or how which wind is going to swing us today. Okay, no, we're completely stable and in control of our destination and our destiny. That's a beautiful thing. You don't want to be in a better position. This is perfect. So that's my addition for today. I would definitely want to stay with the buzz about Dubai yesterday. It was amazing to see those many people. It was amazing to see how when we did a quick tracking so far from what we have, hundreds are already registering as founders, okay, from UAE, perhaps connected to other, regional countries and abroad. And it was so impressive and refreshing today to see there is a balance in the distribution. Let me clarify that. There's a balance in the distribution. We've had some big days in the United States. We've had some big days in Canada, okay, or Northern America in general. We've had good days in Hungary, Slovakia. We've had some good era, Netherlands. We've had other, countries. We've had big days in India and slower days in India, slower days in, Northern America. So it was kind of flowing, okay, ups and downs. But as of today, when we look at the growth, it is well balanced. The distribution, you see Gabon, okay, you see the Bahamas is kicking, Papua New Guinea every day. You see there's not like today or the 30th of April, it was hard to think, what about that country? Okay. And that made me feel this is how you control your business. Okay. In fact, I had that open. I had a report just before coming here, and Bangladesh, Germany, those, I took notes of Canada, Senegal, Nigeria, Angola, Italy, amazing. Okay. France in one day, United States, of course, Oman. Okay. Obviously that is from Dubai. Okay. Sweden, Cameroon. I mean, I can go on and Ivory Coast, okay, So many places today, like you see a balance. It's almost like literally a rotator is going around the globe. And I think that is a good symptom, a good sign of a stable business.
Thank you. Thank you, Ash.
Thank you, David.
We
And
really
where is Nancy?
appreciate for
I
you.
just want to tell her, where's Nancy?
She's somewhere in the crowd. She hasn't come on. She's probably in the attendee. We tried bringing her on, but I think she's probably attending an occasion. I'm not sure. She's in church probably, but she's listening in.
I want her to run for any presidency, anywhere, any country. We will make sure she's the president.
Just for your
Is she a
information,
leader
Ash,
or what?
I am.
Tell me, David, go ahead.
Yeah, I am actually contesting the national general elections in Papua New Guinea in our local seat, just for your information.
So what exactly the position that you
advised Marty?
There's a lag, David.
I'm contesting for a seat in the north. I'm contesting in the national parliament seat as a
parliament. Yeah, oh, that's a done deal. Of course, yeah. All right, we just get everybody on ONPASSIVE to vote. But do they have to be within your region to vote for you, or nationwide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, in the region. It's a local seat.
So can I vote for you or no?
Yeah, you're not a citizen
I wish we
yet.
can.
We will make you a global citizen.
I wish. Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, Ash, you know,
it would be great to have you there. Yes.
I want
and it would be great for the community.
Yeah, thank you. It's inspiring. So we have to be in the parliament to be able to push some of the legislations and the policies. So we have seen a lot of things that is not done right in the country. So this is our opportunity to get in.
From the people I know in Papua New Guinea, I know David Bakau is one of the people who would serve, who would care, who would really take their responsibility. And I know it's in the best of their interest to elect you, to vote for you. And it will be good for us to brag about, but don't become a big shot. You're going to still be a founder of ONPASSIVE. You're going to come here, okay, and we're going to connect, and you're going to remember our names. I know you're going to be a big deal, but stay humble, okay, brother, okay?
Nancy is in the house, Mr.
Yes,
Ash.
definitely. I'll be as I am.
I know that. I know. I'm very sure, without saying. Yeah, Nancy, I just want to directly, if you are hearing now, thank you, Julie. Just really thank you. Like, you really got my blood, pumping the other night. That was amazing. I was listening from YouTube, and I just see, I see a lot of people everywhere, every day. You're just a quality leader. You're one of the finest materials that a leader should have. And you're made of gold, just like David and all of our beautiful and beloved founders in Papua New Guinea. We're honored to have this quality human being with us. Marcian as well, I heard you. You got me going the other night.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ash.
Hi, Nancy.
Good afternoon from.
Thank you.
How's it going?
There's a lag. I'm going to allow you to talk and see if the sound come through. Go ahead, Nancy, now. We can hear you maybe.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, good. Sorry, there's a really bad internet connectivity here. So we kept getting kicked out and trying our best to get connected back in. But otherwise, thank you so much, Mr. Ash. You always inspire us. And I'm so very humbled to get words of, love and wisdom from you. And I'm honored to be a founder in this company. And I'd like to say that you are one of the, not one, but I think that you are the man of the season. You've been graced for this season, and you are pulling us from every part of the world, from every tribe, language, tongue, and nations together in a focal point. You're just pulling us together to a point of eruption. I see that. I see that. You're pulling us to the point of eruption where there will be an explosion that the world is about to experience, and we are tapping. We are literally there. You can feel the heat. You can feel the hypes. The vibes are flowing. You can feel it in your spirit. And I'm so grateful that I'm part of this bigger family. ONPASSIVE is not only a business, we are a family. And we literally feel that when we get connected to our founders, family founders around the world, we always feel connected. There's no company I've seen that has the customers or the founders or whatever you call them in a company that get together like this and they pray for each other and they send love. And I mean, we've connected so much on a deeper level now. As founders, we see that we are more family than just Papua New Guinean, just an American, just a Canadian, from the Asian, from the Arab world. We're really family, despite of our backgrounds, our tribes, our culture, our religion, whatever it is, we are real family. And I find this here, and it has to take a man of vision. It has to take a man who can see the future. That's what I always believe in. We cannot go wrong if we see the future, if the future is in focus, and if we can navigate the present and see that we can. I see, Mr. Ash, you have carved a pathway that has never been done before. And so we are thankful that we can walk this path now. We can see. You've given us eyes that we can see. We can literally see. Like today, you've mentioned about, and Mr. Bakau has openly announced to us that he's running. We support this idea because we want to bring change to our nation. And if we can get it on a national scale, if we can have somebody in the government representing PNG and representing the world. Come on, PNG can be a portal for other nations to come into and impact this country, just as much as how much PNG can get back to the world and impact other nations as well. Like last week, we discussed about the Oblast. I made a comment and I said, I wanted to see how Oblast can come into the country and build infrastructure that can downstream, process all our natural resources. Our country is so blessed, we're so rich, but all our natural resources are going raw product into other countries. And then they're being produced into other products and then sold back to our country. And man, it's like a big rip-off over the years. So I personally applaud Mr. Bakau. I really wanted people to get into power now and change this country. And I'm so grateful, Mr. Ash, for giving us this opportunity that we can represent our country and we can also be a blessing. I see Oblast coming in and PNG export. That's my dream. Thank you, Mr. Ash, for your time and for being in PNG tonight. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Always good to hear. Always good to hear, Nancy. Thank you so much. Absolutely, yes. I agree with you about like how we are true family. Like I wouldn't imagine ONPASSIVE without any one of you. Look at the names, look at the faces. It's a part, basic part of this massive movement. there's no ONPASSIVE without any single one of you. Okay. Yeah, they are free. A few people we can give away. We can exchange them for nothing. Just God's blessing and subtraction. But the majority, like especially those who are here, look at the names. I mean, it wouldn't be the same. I don't know if it would be possible without any single one. We make it exactly. I wouldn't wish for a different quality or a different type of foundership. This is exactly what makes us the quality of our leaders, from Nancy, David, and the rest of us coming together with such a good heart. And I love that we all transitioned. You know, we have a natural gradual transformation collectively. Yeah, we came from different backgrounds, all that. It took us a while to settle and have that clarity and that connectivity, all on the same mission, the same direction. And we're just like becoming to understand, like we're seeing the big picture. We're focused on long term and big picture, versus in the beginning we wanted things to happen quicker, faster, short term, because we didn't see the different aspects of the business. We are definitely one of a kind in this space, and we are indeed setting records at the moment. Just the 4 weeks of marketing in Dubai, in one city, is already a record. Can you do that with more marketing activities are happening and will be added in the coming weeks and months for a longer time? I mean, if there's such a thing in the World, Guinness Record Book, if there's such a thing about marketing, we should dominate that.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to cost, when it comes to the broadness of it, the uniqueness, the new ways of doing that. Trust me, the next two main events, I'm not talking about the regular events, more phases that we're talking about, the 28th of May, first half of June, all those new forms of marketing, again, they will make you say, huh? What is that? That's like different ways of marketing. I have to tell you something, okay? Even my wife today told me, you're a marketing genius. I couldn't believe it. I hear it every day, but for me to impress her, she knows marketing a little bit, okay? And she just said, look at that. Look at that. You see people, they're taking pictures. She said, oh my God, look at the timing. You could have done it yesterday. Why did you choose today? It's amazing because, we get the behind the scene reaction, okay, more in depth. So we see how it's perfectly working as planned. So, and again, she's very proud of every speaker. She was impressed again, and she just loved every speaker today. It was really, like I said before, reassuring. When you see the quality of our leaders, is nothing we should worry about, nothing, because everything falls and rises upon the leaders and leadership, everything. All right. That's why Papua New Guinea will be better with people in control, in charge, like David or Nancy.
Thank you, Ash. I just wanted to echo. You mentioned when you were closing off the webinar, your speeches in the webinar last night or this morning for us. You mentioned that Papua New Guinea and the smaller nations, the smaller nations like Papua New Guinea would become one of those richest, richest nations on the face of the earth. Your statement actually echoed what our Prime Minister mentioned when he took over office in this term of parliament. And he actually said he wanted to make Papua New Guinea one of the most black richest Christian nation on the face of the earth. So your statement has basically cemented that, and we believe that. We believe that. That's why it has given us a sense of purpose to be able to play our part in looking for an avenue or where we can be able to contribute individually towards that vision. And that's how we found ONPASSIVE, and we brought it to Papua New Guinea. And, you know, Susie said the word F, fun, and Julie said the word or the letter B for blessing. Yeah, B for blessing. And I want to say G for the word, you know, describing ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is a gift to us. And I believe every founder will be able to resonate with that. ONPASSIVE is a gift to us, especially in Papua New Guinea. It's a gift, it's a blessing. Thank you. And we enjoy it.
All right. So FBG. Interesting. We have to add more so we can make it rhyme. Yeah. So by all means, okay, David, so just want to clarify, okay, it's not like ONPASSIVE is going to work in Papua New Guinea different than it would work in Australia, right? Or Germany, or it just because of the business model as we see or foresee ONPASSIVE as a wealth equalizer, okay? It is no secret that brown people, you know, or nations of brown people dominant, you know, economy is usually, you know, not that great. Okay, so it is a fact, you know, not that we want to differentiate or do that, but it would be an honor for ONPASSIVE to have such a formula that works exactly in Kenya as it works in Argentina or Canada or Netherlands, okay, without any bias, without any discrimination. So that is, you know, what I feel because of ONPASSIVE. And of course, the thing is probably in the back of my head is I don't think it's a bad thing for us to be more compassionate with countries in need. They need almost like a stimulus plan, a faster rescue plan. You know, so for example, a place like Haiti, okay, when they go through the national disaster or catastrophe, you know, like the earthquake they went through in 2011. Example, like, you know, they're beaten up already by default. You add that to it, now the country is apart. Okay, it's just devastating. So there's nothing wrong of you having a specific campaign like the one we're working on some African countries, you know, just providing at least clean water for now. Then we talk, okay? So those are basic. So at least to get them to the ground level, like Papua New Guinea, you know, have them have a good stable internet, you know, good electricity, good, you know, safety, okay? So if we get it to the normal level, then it's fair to say, then it's like everybody at the same level, and now we can build higher. So there's nothing wrong of having that compassion for some countries or small islands that are in need, okay? They're devastated, really. So just don't take it as like we're picking it. It just where the need we go, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why, in fact, when we talked about Oh Bless session the other day, we talked about we want to flip the picture. I want to clarify on the record, I wasn't talking about everybody to invite one as a founder. That's probably too late, okay? I was referring like, you know, in the business, set somebody to have a business, to have the tools, have a device to operate the business, help them with a bank account or card or some way to, run the business. It's a small business in the beginning. If you give them to that point where you give them the key, okay, technically it's a password, it's not like a physical key, and you equip them, they can take control of their business and navigate. You saved a whole family or one individual. And them doing that and allowing the company to help them promote and to market and help them, with the automation that our brilliant brothers talked about. Okay, so that's how we can all go on passive technology and the replicated work that works for all of us equally. Okay, so I believe it is just a fair thing to be more compassionate with the little guy, with those who are in need, that like struggling with the daily basis. Like I would definitely feel it's Gianna's here, I believe. She's with us. I'm hopeful that she doesn't mind, just like so for example, herself or engineer Mike, I think, who helped him with the accounts, I believe, invited him with, I'm talking about Mark. We talked about the other day, the gentleman in Philadelphia. Right. So is it fair to expect that engineer Mike is okay? Let's pull Mark, have him situated first, then we go to everybody. Like, we're not going to go to engineer Mike and GN and no, we're going to do it together. But at least those who really need to be pulled up quickly, there's no problem in giving them a priority if we can through OBLESS. That's what I'm saying. But again, not as founders. I'm talking about this is not for what just happened. I'm talking about moving forward. It's okay to give an honest hand to those who are in severe need for that help instantly, and then everybody else. So that's why I mentioned, if we grow to 100 million or 10 million, whatever number is, and everybody get one, and then repeat this again, in some time, we would rescue those probably 1 billion people who are either below the poverty line globally, or suffer starvation, or unhealthy nutrition in water, or lack of education or safety, and all those just basic living needs. So if we flip the picture and look out for the little guy first, I don't think it's a problem. But it's not taken away. Remember, those who are in already, those are benefiting along with that. So there's no problem of. So I just don't want anybody to misunderstand. When we talk about these small minority nations, okay, with almost no allies, okay, because they're not that rich. They're left alone. It is a good thing for us to look up for them as a priority, in my eyes.
Thank
So
you, Ash.
France will take the help from ONPASSIVE, but I don't think it is as severe as Cameroon or Papua New Guinea or Nigeria. Just to get the water, to get the electricity, get the power, get the basics. They have those, okay? But eventually everybody is deserving to benefit from that movement in ONPASSIVE. if something is obvious about the ONPASSIVE character, is unity and equality and just like one race. It's very obvious. It doesn't take a genius. So I don't think we need to get to clarify every time. What we say is just, you know, due to the facts and statistics and reality. And what's amazing, David, people are not going away. So I hope you you have something to tell them, because I don't see them going away. They're coming.
Yeah, in fact, the number is growing now. I can watch it on the screen.
Everywhere on Zoom and YouTube and all of that. So I think, let me make some coffee now.
Okay, Lynn, you want to invite some people to speak, or have their appreciation mentioned here? Arnold Lakamanga, you want to make say something here to our CEO?
Speak now.
Thank you. Thank you, David. And thank you, As, for gracing us this afternoon with your presence here. I would like to echo what Nancy and David has actually stated when they mentioned about how PNG can progress with ONPASSIVE. We all know that the oblast of ONPASSIVE is a gift to us, and each one of us would become like a government to our people in the rural places. Right now, we kind of don't see the presence of the government in the rural areas, and PNG founders are almost everywhere in the country, and each one of us would be mini governments to our people. And we believe that ONPASSIVE will back us up to provide the services, and we will become the government, and we would not even require the natural government as it is now. I think that is where we are heading to in Papua New Guinea. We become the government, we provide the services, and the people will not harass the government. And in doing that, we will probably make the parliamentarians see that they're not actually significant to our lives. Right now, most of our leaders see as if they are gods and we adore them and they can do whatever they want to. And we kind of stand back and can't do very much. But when we are, free, we can do whatever we want and we don't need the services and we don't give them that honor that they deserve. Sorry, I sound more like a politician, but I'm not, but it's a frustration that I have. I'm maybe coming out and saying it. But in a general sense, I believe that we will be governments. The ONPASSIVE members in Papua New Guinea will be governments, and we will help our people. But thank you for coming in and sharing your thoughts with us, your wisdom. Every time we listen to you, we learn something new, and it changes us. In fact, most of us have greatly changed in our attitude. Most of us, when we first joined ONPASSIVE, we joined for the money, but that has actually disappeared from ourselves. We now think of OBLESS as the objective more than the money that we thought we are coming into. So,
Money's still there, right, Arnold? It's not like we eliminated that. It is there, but it's not the only priority. There are more values that we are enabling in people that have been forgotten for a while. and we're just making it, you know, the way it should be. Like we could do business and profit, ethical, clean money, right? But with providing a real value, not just a money game. So don't forget that with practicing a set of you know, work ethics, okay? Not just having that supremacy in a way.
Correct. Yes. Thank you. We understand that. But anyway, that is all I can say. Thank you, David, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you, Arnold. Thank you for that. I think if there is no one else to speak, I think we mustn't hold up people who are trying to sleep. And also, Ash, we just want to thank you for your
India
time.
just woke up, like literally, it's like midday there, so we can find a few friends.
Oh boy.
Okay, we have Tony Monk. You have your hand up. You can unmute and speak.
Oh, thank you very much, David. Yeah, I'm losing my voice. I've been talking all day. I just wanted to thank Ash for being here. Ash, you made our night. It's amazing. Every time you come on, you inspire us. It's just, you know, it's late for a lot of us, but we stay up as long as we can. We love to listen to you. Like we can listen to you for 24 hours. You're just absolutely amazing. We love you. Thank you so much for being here, Ash. Great to have
Thank you, Tony. Yes, absolutely. All right. And I'm glad you're here. When we talk about marketing, you understand the meticulous way of doing marketing. It's
Yeah.
a well-organized strategy that we have.
It is, yeah. I'm used to the old type of marketing back in the 90s and the early 2000s, and it's changed. And as you know, marketing changes very, very frequently. Something that was completely new a month ago is completely outdated a month later. The internet, the marketing part of the internet marketing part of it is always changing very frequently, and what you're doing with the marketing part of it is absolutely genius, Ash. It's genius, and like you said, it's creating that ripple effect that you're talking about, right?
But think about this, Tony. What doesn't change, it will always be the same. The different equations of marketing. Number one is you want to connect a few parts, okay, of the process. Talking about the company, the marketing, okay, the market itself, the product, got to have a good understanding of the nature of the product, the targeted customer, the consumer of the product, okay, the timing, all of that. So there are some of static specific variables. The rules are the same, they don't change. The methods may change, okay? If you have a good understanding of the customer needs, and if you have a good understanding of the value or the effect of your products in the consumer's life or business, and you do have a good observation, a good understanding to the market in general, and what's available and where we're headed, you have to have that, you know, light beam ahead of the curve. You have to see, as a leader, you have to see ahead where we're going. But if you are able to connect all of those and you have a good understanding, you cannot do it wrong. Okay. The method, the style can change. It's okay. There's not a go ahead.
But you know, Ash, what intrigues me more than anything, I thought to myself, okay, when we go into hard launch, we're going to be branded as individuals. And I thought to myself, well, how's that going to happen? And I was thinking about it today, and I thought, you know what, it's already happening. It's already happening. Us being on these platforms, people are going to recognize who we are. We are being branded along with the company, along with ONPASSIVE, which is
when we
absolutely
go talk to
phenomenal.
countries, when we go talk to new companies and countries, okay, again, not just in Dubai, not in India, okay, and other places, those and others. Now we are recognized as a global large company. Not like, who are you, okay? So that's a big deal. We're still setting up the business. We're not done. It's mind-boggling. I can imagine in 2 years from now.
No, well, you know, how did you come up with all of this, though? I mean, you're such a genius. I just, sometimes I shake
I
my
really
head.
don't want to, like, you know, make it so much about me. Listen, I mean, only an idiot would spoil this, okay? You have to, you just, if you work from the heart, okay, and have a good
That's
understanding what people need. So, I mean, it's probably more what we have, and sadly, it's not like, you know, it's not a good compliment to us, other than just realizing the ugly fact about our reality, how just being normal and truthful and compassionate and, you know, caring for people, or just being honest, is being disruptive. It's not like a compliment to us. It's just an ugly realization for the reality today. So that's a key. People are educated. People do not take people as ignorant, as disrespect them in any way. That's a key, is how you treat people, okay? And how you treat one is how you treat everyone. No secret. If you don't have a good, genuine passion from the heart, okay, and you're just after sales and you want to make it up like I care, okay, just to get the sale, okay, no matter how artist you are, how talented you are, it will last a month, 2 months, 5 months, half a year, I don't know, okay, but it will break at some point and people will realize it. People with the communications, we're on the screen, like you see, and you said yourself, 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could, somebody, you know, getting to know you the first day, but if somebody's listening to you every day, I know, others know, if Tony is genuine, if he means what he says, we will know his heart. What makes him, you know, awake until 3:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning, right? If he doesn't care. So time will tell, okay? It's a true statement, okay? So people will tell, they have the knowledge, you know, the methods that we have. We're in the conference. It's not like a letter by mail every 2 months or something. It is really almost like face-to-face, virtual, constant, the physical meetings, the live events, this, that, the different languages, any way we interact, it just, you cannot go far if you're not real. So us being real, and that is the determining factor in our uniqueness, it's a sad thing. It's not a beautiful thing. It's a sad thing to realize, like, wow, so nothing else is real, like, or everything is just like they're after profit or sales or popularity. I think that's just what it is. People know if you're real or not.
And it's been part of the old mentality of marketing, Ash, for, as you know, for the longest time, what you're talking about. And what we're doing here now with the strategy that you've been building is being built from love and compassion towards humanity. And I see that. And I'm so proud to be a founding member of something like this. Bless you and your family, Ash. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony.
I hope your family is good. And I'll give it to, I think Niraj has got his hand up, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, so Tony, as you mentioned, don't go away, please. Okay, so people do business with people. If I like you, it doesn't matter what business you do or what product you have. I believe in you, I trust you. So we cut that, okay? We cut that selling process. That is the brand. So I believe in you, I know you, we've done business, that's done, okay? So if we have that journey together, you know, at this scale of, you know, that large family above 1 million humans, I think, you know, we cut that validation process. We don't have to check. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, ONPASSIVE is not God. It's only a vehicle. But us together, that what makes any business. So we decide to do a different business. Like I talked to Marty DeGarmo. I don't know if he's still awake. I'm sorry to keep him. Oh yeah. We said, even if we sell, I don't know where we're talking about the Burj Khalifa or somewhere. If we open a taco shop, I don't know if somewhere they don't know tacos like in different countries, but so Mexican little tortilla with toppings in it, and if we do sell that in ONPASSIVE or whatever the business name is, we will succeed. It's who we have and the culture, the mentality, the character, and how we do business. Okay, perhaps having chosen us to choose that AI, a futuristic value, along with automating the internet. It's basically a remake for the internet, an extreme makeover of the whole internet, combining all of that in one place, one sign-on. You have everything at your fingertip, automated, like the engineers were talking, secure, doing the work, having staff to take care of that, and us enjoying the ride, that effort. Okay, so just it's a beautiful. It doesn't take a genius. We have a perfect model.
We do.
But say tomorrow we want to add. Okay, I can't wait for just like the day we say no more founders. You're just gonna hear a bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb, because I don't want it to. I don't want it to sound. The reason I just want to clarify to you: if I go ahead and throw a bomb right now, okay, what would it sound or could be misinterpreted? Interpreted, okay? How people could take it? Yeah, how it might sound like we're pushing people or hyping people up to say what is happening in order to get a few more founders, which is far from the truth. Okay, and the other side of it, we don't want to talk too soon. Just when things shape up better, and stable, and more enhanced, we can say, oh, by the way, we have this. Now we don't have to have it. Trust me. What we have nothing to do with what we talked about a couple of years ago and up until now with Go Founders, with O Founders, with an ONPASSIVE scope. None of that is mentioned. Do we have any obligation to add it to the ONPASSIVE revolution? No, zero. It's only a choice, but we love it. So for it not to be misunderstood in a way, okay, or mixed up, okay, it will be that stack in the cool and that earthquake effect where it's just really vibrant, like, my goodness. So there's no rational shadow of a doubt why would this company do it unless they really want to make a difference from the heart. Okay, you will see. I mean, the first announcement is going to tell you, wow, he doesn't have to have this in ONPASSIVE. Could have done that for myself, for my family, okay, or for a million reasons. Okay, if I was after the money, if I was after that, it would be just normal to understand it for anybody with just the basics of. It doesn't have to be all connected brain. It just, if it has a couple of wires to touch and work. So I'm just excited about those days when we remove that. Hey, listen, we're not after your money. In fact, I don't want anybody to register. I'm just going to show you what we have, and that is a good direct evidence of how much we care, not how much we want to make, or or hype up people or excite them or mislead them so they can register, make money. That is the norm. Okay, we're not like that. So we chose not to show what we have because of that reason. And we want things to be in hand. But do we have any plan until now to build a different dimension away from ONPASSIVE? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's truly amazing. Yeah, it's truly amazing, Ash.
I always
I'm
believe
gonna
we can succeed more together and we can win together better.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to change the subject and say I want to pick on Marty for a minute. Did you see him today with that beautiful red shirt and that large tie that he had on? Oh my God, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Man. I told you, whatever fashion line he opens, I'm #1 customer.
Yeah, me too.
I am not kidding. I am not kidding. Listen,
He looked fantastic.
I don't know.
Absolutely
Maybe it's his
fantastic.
heart. It's just something about his
Yeah.
fashion. No matter what you do, it is really, beautiful. So
It is. Thank you so much, Ash. Thank you.
indeed. So you want
Thank
to go
you,
back to
Tony.
Lynn? Yeah. Or David, go
Tony,
ahead.
okay. I just have Niraj there, and after that Pratap, and we will wrap it up.
All righty. I'm gonna just remove a couple of you on the pin so that I can bring the other two down. If you guys don't mind, don't feel insulted. All right, I'm gonna bring in Niraj right now. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Niraj.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So I'll make it very quick. Julie talked about blessing. B. Susie talked about F. David talked about G, gift, and you asked if we could make a word out of it. So the word is wild, a bit wild, but it is a word, and the word is hug, boyfriend. So it is H for humanity, U for unicorn, G for gift, B for blessing, F for fun. So hug, boyfriend. And also, if this does not, I know this is not exciting to you, but the second word is exciting, which is Dubai, which is D for dashing, U for unicorn, B for blessing, and AI for artificial intelligence.
Okay, say it again. D for
Dashing.
Okay.
U for unicorn.
Okay.
B for blessing.
Okay.
AI for artificial intelligence.
Okay. Not India.
No, you have to see the bigger picture.
You have to see the bigger picture. That's beautiful. Today is Labor Day, by the way, internationally, not in Northern America, I believe. So happy Labor Day if you are in a country that is, it's a main holiday. It's Sunday anyway.
Thank you, Niraj. With that, go ahead with that.
Hello, good evening, sir. This is Pratap from India.
Hi, Pratap.
Actually, this is the first time I'm talking with you. And actually, I want to say one thing. Actually, I don't have any experience. I have previous knowledge also about online marketing and online business. This is the first business I joined in. This is the first business I joined in ONPASSIVE. But I learned a lot of things in ONPASSIVE because our leaders and amazing. They are amazing. I learned a lot of things. And after watching Burj Khalifa, the marketing campaigns, I remembered my college days because of I am the student of Bachelor of Business Management. It means I remember these 5 pieces. It means place, product, and promotion. How to promote the product and how to create the brand in the environment of society. It's really amazing, sir. I can't express my happiness. I'm really wondering, and Marty and our leaders also, lots of members are saying, Mr. Ash is a marketing genius. So now I can understand why they are saying before Ash is a marketing genius. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And special thanks to Lynn Nakamoto. She is a very wonderful lady. She helps a lot. And Nerel Wekan and Chris Johnson, Ivan Mackett. These people are helping a lot. Thank you so much, sir.
Indeed.
And I connected to ONPASSIVE the words the words actually I connected to ONPASSIVE is uplifting the humanity and changing the someone's life in a good way.
Of course.
It's a really fantastic, sir. I cannot express my happiness, and I'm really excited to see what's coming in the future. And I'm really looking forward to Indian marketing campaigns. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, it's already on. Yeah, thank you. Pleasure to have you always. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that. He was so excited that he gets to talk to you, Mr. Ash. He's ecstatic.
So Lynn, I'm not going away, okay? I'm just gonna grab a drink, so I'll be listening with this wireless head, so stay with me, okay? You can bring up the next speaker.
Bring down Tina, sure. Hi, Tina.
Hey, hang on, can you hear me?
Yes, Ash Mufara will be right back. He'll be back in a jiffy.
Tina, unmute your mic, Tina.
She was unmuted.
All right.
There you go. You're unmuted now.
There. Yay, yay. CEO Ash Mofar, remember I told you that you're my hero and you asked me, what have I done? This is what you have done. You have blessed all of us here and the 1.3 million people around the world with the gifts of blessing. And as I said, ONPASSIVE is a gift of blessing. And I just wanted to say, I just caught on. I've just got another gift accepted by a Ugandan foundation owner, the God's Plan Orphanage. Mr. Nordin Damba has just accepted it, and the payment has gone through, and he's now the founder. I love you. I love ONPASSIVE. And I love everyone here, especially Captain Chris Angel. And Niraj, I'm gonna hug my best friend Lynn. HUGBF. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Stay right there in case he didn't hear, because he had to walk away. I'm not sure if he's able, if he heard what
I'm
you said.
listening. I heard everything.
Okay, good, great.
I'm too emotional at the moment. I mean, 3/4 of my little team in Singapore, my personal team that is, are gifts from me, and that's what you have done for me. I am blessed with a full-time work, with salary, and ONPASSIVE has given me these gifts for blessing others, and that's what I'm doing with ONPASSIVE. That's what I'm doing, and that's all I'm doing for now. As I mentioned, people just gravitate to me, and they are, and it's such a beautiful heart. They are all founders and CEOs of foundation, and I'm so glad that I can bless them. They are all successful from now on. They don't have to think of money. They don't have to do crowdfunding anymore. They just have to use the tools like Academy to teach the children. The children will have a platform to complete their studies. And that's huge for me as well, because that is what they need. And I'm just blown over. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ash. Eid Mubarak to all of our Muslim founders here. I'm still fasting until tomorrow. Where we are, it will be on Tuesday, the 3rd of May. So I'm blessed in this Ramadan. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much, Ash.
Oh, you mean Monday?
You.
Monday is Eid.
Tuesday on the 3rd of May is our Eid.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So I've still got Monday is our last fasting day. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Great.
That's all I can say.
Happy Eid and a blessing for you and the family.
Thank
all right,
you.
we're getting started here, and people are gathering around this beautiful topic on passive. I'm sorry, Chris. Do you have coffee in Michigan?
Yeah, I've been drinking coffee all day. No, you go right ahead, Ash. I'm talking. Marty's yelling at me, so.
No, you should go to bed. Yeah, just but if any speaker was in queue, we will do that. I really appreciate their time and hanging around, but we don't want to hold them for too long. I have some liquid to take care of.
But we
I
do
think-
appreciate you, Mr. Ash, for being here, for literally blowing up our mind with your genius and your brilliant marketing.
Julie, you could help me. Okay, this is a Californian thing. So what do? This is guava kombucha
Uh-huh.
or pineapple. I'm gonna try to go for less caffeine.
I go for kombucha all the
Okay,
time.
pineapple.
The guava works.
This
I
is a
love the
harmless.
guava.
I think this is from Thailand. This is organic coconut water.
Oh, that beats kombucha.
Okay.
So coconut water is very good for you now. So
Yes.
it does your body good.
My
This one
kombucha's
is
about to
good.
fall asleep.
Yeah, I just want to stay away from caffeine at the moment. So
I think
I have
coconut.
natural caffeine.
We will
you
bottle some coconut for you from PNG.
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
No bottle, just from the coconut itself. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That's how we do it. You
Truly
also grow
amazing.
pineapple in Papua New Guinea?
Oh yes, we grow everything here.
Avocado,
Ash,
pineapple, and
everything. We have the highlands, which is
passion
the
fruit too,
colder
right?
passion fruit. Yes, we grow grapes and we grow apples in the
Jackfruit.
highlands.
Those are the
Jackfruit,
exotic
yes.
things. Amazing, yeah.
Yes, we grow them here.
Chris, have you tried jackfruit?
Yes, I have.
It's crazy
Jackfruit
good.
is nice. It's
Crazy
very
good.
Very good.
I had one last week, like the whole
Did
entire.
fresh?
Yes,
Crazy good.
delicious.
Wait, Ranch 99? They have it. We have that in.
No, actually, there's a store here called Super King, and it's literally like it goes for like 39 cents a pound or 69 cents a
That's
pound.
not bad. Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Kombucha,
Right.
for those who don't know, it's a fermented tea. It's very,
Very
it's
healthy.
with billions of probiotics. It's really good for you.
Very healthy.
We have Flatbush Exotics. Your hand is up. You want to unmute and put your video on so we can see you?
Doesn't look like a real name, so.
Hello?
Flatbush Exotics.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, what's
we
your
can-
real
we
name?
can- what's your name?
How
We
you
can
doing,
hear
Mr. Ash? My name is Kino. Flatbush Exotics is just my brand. I sell exotic fruits like jackfruit, soursop, all the things that you like, fresh coconuts.
Beautiful. Where
right
do you
here
live?
in New
Kino?
York City. I can't
Okay.
put on the camera right now because I'm in the bedroom. But
Yeah, what keeps you up? It's almost 4 a.m. in New York. What happened?
love. That's it.
ONPASSIVE syndrome. Okay.
Yeah, unpassive syndrome. But
That's
I just want to thank all the founders first. Why? Because people say that people can't get together, people can't do things together, people can't this, people can't that. But we are changing that paradigm shift right now. And it's because of the thinking of you, Mr. Ash, and many other founders. But I just want to say that I rejected this company for 1.5 years.
Ouch.
And I keep saying, give me something where I can make some real money. Things is hard, man. I'm $97. This doesn't look like it's something going on here. All right? I'm in New York City. You know, when we roll, we roll.
Yes.
So, you know.
Manhattan, where? Queens, where?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But what intrigued me was the person said to me, I know you do a lot of research. Do me a favor. Go do some research on this company. And I did that. And I came back with the $100 in my hand. Gave it to him. It was like, sign me up. Didn't do anything for about a month and a half. But after that, sometimes things takes a little while to drive in. And then after I drove in, I fell in love with the aspect of giving, because I do that every day on my job. I give away to the homeless every day. I have them clean up for me. I pay them. Whosoever is passing and don't have it, they could stop by me. If they don't have it, they got it. So Oh Bless kind of intrigued me to get more involved. So I just want you to know that we're getting ready. We have t-shirts. We bought t-shirts. We're about to get them printed tomorrow, send them out. Oh Bless NYC. And we're going to be giving out free food in the near future, things like that. So we have a little team, and we just want to show that we contributing from the heart, and we're going to try to do our best with whatever we have. Right now, we're working on trying to get showers in the, poverty areas that some of these people just need to take a shower. Sometimes it's just some water. That's it. Could change your life. So, like I said, Flatbush Exotics is just my brand. I sell exotic fruits from all around the world. My name is Kino. Anybody can get in contact with me, flatbushexotics.com. flatbushexotics@gmail.com. And be ready to rock and roll, baby. So that's all I have to say. And may God bless everybody.
Who are your
that's
clients? There. Retail or like more?
It's more retail.
Markets, supermarket. Okay.
It's more. I sell on the street. I'm a vendor.
Okay.
So I get in the grime. I get in the down in the dirt. I see it all, brother. So it's.
So you pick random people to work for you, help you up, help you
just
out. Just
people that I know in the neighborhood that been homeless for years, and sometimes they might need a little job here and there to clean up after I'm done. People might say, "Oh, why you need them there? Why this, that, the other?" That's it. That's what they want to do. What you want me to do? Don't assist them because they're homeless. No. But
one of the ideas we've talked about is like, why not, become financially strong, and each one of us would have the ability to employ a couple of people. So that's another way. So you could help one by sponsoring them, help them get set up, help another person to literally work for you, offer them a job. So you lifted 2 people. That's mind-boggling. Company get 1 or 2 for you. It's a life changer.
Definitely. Definitely.
Well, good to hear you, and thank you for staying up late just to be around the family.
Not a problem.
Thank you, Kino. We appreciate your feedback. I
Thank
think
you
we're
for
gonna wrap up now. And on behalf of the Otech pros, thank you, David Bakau, for your invitation. We hope that we provided information about the product Oh Bless in a way that people could understand, and for us to now appreciate Oh Bless and the fact that ONPASSIVE through AI will drive targeted traffic for us, and how Oh Bless is not charging any fees. So whatever is given to a campaign cost stays that campaign or cost. So it makes so people just to appreciate what we have, you know. Thank you to all the participants today. We had quite a few hands raised, good comments, great questions. Very, very awesome webinar, David. Good one. Thank you so much. And thank you to Ashma Farah for being present today and spending quite a bit of time with us. We appreciate that. Thank you to Julie and Chris for always being of support. And of course, to Marty, who opens up this webinar and streams it on YouTube. We appreciate you. And so at this time, we would like to have you unmute yourself and say aloha and bye-bye until next Sunday. Please join us again. I mean, Saturday at midnight. Please join us again. I'll unmute everybody.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you,
Aloha.
Lynn.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Paul.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Ash.
Thank you so much, Ash.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
very
Lynn.
much,
Beautiful
Mr.
webinar,
Ash,
David
and
and Lynn.
everybody.
Marty,
Thank
big
you, Mr.
guy.
Mary, Miss Lynn, and every
Bye, Chris.
Chris.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. God
Miss
bless you.
Angel.
God bless you.
Live from Houston,
You.
Texas.
Not time to
Bye,
sleep yet.
Marty.
Thank you. Momodu Jalo from Maryland.
Yes, good night,
Yeah,
David.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good morning. Good morning.
Bye. Good morning,
Lynn.
good evening,
Thank you, Lynn.
everyone.
Good
Thank
night
you.
from
Good
Houston,
night.
you
Good
all.
night. God bless you.
Marty.
God